Hello, 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 hello. I don't think it's super secret. And to the super secret stream, I don't know because obviously I'm a streamer, so I don't know if you can see it or not. Actually, I'm not a streamer. It's not a super secret. It's the casting room. Do not disturb at the bottom of the Superdraft. Don't think it's secret because I don't have any special roles as a streamer. I actually could turn my game song sound down a bit. Yeah, it's in the practice squad server. So when Hopsy comes, I know someone called Hoppy, so I get confused. When Hopsy comes, we'll do the casting for Group 4 Superdraft final, Superdraft 2 final. So things. I had to make sure that I had to update Twitch on my phone and then it restarted my phone. I just want to see because I wanted to see if the stream was working on my phone. It's always a good idea. So yeah, somehow I restarted my phone. I mean, I don't dislike restarting my phone, it just takes a while. It's a bit of an old phone, a bit dying.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. Can people hear me on your stream?
They might be able to do a test because obviously I have my desktop audio slightly lower than my own mic audio, so that means you're part of my desktop audio. So if anyone's there, can turn Hoppy back. Okay, that should be the same. Speak now, Hopsy.
Testing, testing. Attention, please.
Okay, that's That's the same volume as my mic, I think. I can see on my OBS it looks like the same mixing now. I make sure I turn capture rate down a bit because that does get a bit loud. Yeah, so we
Right,
have.
are you in game already?
Oh no, I've just got I got AVO2. I'm gonna mute that now. Mute Age of Empires 2. I haven't got anything else loaded. I haven't got any games loaded up yet. But let's.
Sweet, in which case I will co-cast and coast and wait for you to do all the talking and just join the game when you tell me.
Yeah,
It's
I mean
great to be
I can
here.
load game one now. I'm gonna obviously do my classic hide everything from myself. So I know it's Land Madness because they supplied the info, but as we know, it's best of 7 these days for the grand final, and all they
Yeah,
do
I'm
is
just gonna download the first four
yeah,
games. Yeah.
the loser picks the map, the next map. So we don't have much more knowledge of what's happening,
Yeah.
except it's Land Madness first. For all those who are unaware of for the stream. So I've got it
Yeah,
loaded. No
it's
idea what's
the
happening.
higher seed picks, don't they? The first map, which I guess you've got to have some mechanism to do it. I've got to make that call. Oh, actually, I'm not sure I do. I've got my final against Baranthus next Monday, and whichever of us is higher seed, I'm not even sure who it is. We'll
It should be
need
the
to.
person who I guess it should be the person who won the group. If you won your
Oh,
if you whoever won
oh,
the
damn
group
it!
should be the
It's
higher
Baranthus.
seed.
He finished second. I finished fifth. Oh, well, at least that's a
Oh
little bit
no,
of
no,
pressure off
no, no! It
because
won't be that because I'm sorry. Only if you're won all your game. Only if the person who won the group won the games. If you did you beat one seed or
I beat top seed, yeah.
you beat top seed? So you should be top seed. I think is how it might work. There's obviously the two trains of
Hey!
four. There's you top seed, so you pick, or your fifth seed, so Renthans picks, and there'll probably be two conflicting evidences there
I will
with
have to
what
ask the
happens.
tournament admins.
Yeah,
But yeah, loads of mind games, I'm sure.
because technically you're worthy of top seed because you beat the top seed, so technically that could be your seed.
Indeed, indeed. I'm just gonna go have a quick look at these guys' drafts because I am
No
very
need. I have it in
interested.
front. I have it on the stream right now. I'm
You do?
prepared.
I currently see a bear with.
Yeah, just bear with.
Ah, right, okay. Yes.
Yeah, so we
Yes,
have
I
the
do see
Civ
that.
drafts. I prepared in
Wow,
advance.
fantastic Sis for Land Madness right there. What do you
It
think,
is.
Gujaras versus Hindustanis?
I don't know because Guitar is such good on every map. I feel like just blue player want to actually exhaust their ace in the hole, or do they want to
Ah,
strategically win the first match using the ace in the hole. It's something I would like to do.
I,
It's
I,
like
I, I
you have the
hate to disagree with you
Gujaras.
there. I think that actually Gujaras are only good on Land Madness and Hyper Random in
It's
this
like
map pool.
I was thinking Hyper Random was the other one. Like, do you say it for Hyper Random or do you go straight for Land Madness?
I just think that Gujaras are your best civ, and they hard counter like Huns on Land Madness, for instance. So if you're going to play Gujaras on Land Madness, that means that your opponent can't play Huns there. Where else are they going to play Huns? Huns are kind of bad everywhere else on the
I've lost
map.
the Huns on Monaco, but then Tatars are slightly the better pick on Monaco. I have
Yeah,
lost the
you
Huns on
want
Monaco.
Tatars there. You want Tatars there. I think it's really
I mean,
tough
Huns
actually
could
for
work
Border
on
Dude,
like
man.
Nomad. Huns could work Nomad not being housed. Border Dude, when Border Dude played against Keldim in the semi-final. It didn't strike me as having many Nomad Civs, and that's the only one he lost. He lost on Nomad because he used Cubans, which isn't really a Nomad Civ, but he doesn't really have many Nomad Civs. So I think he's struggling there. So maybe Huns for Nomads because getting housed is a
Border
common occurrence.
Border Dude Man's draft is, like you say, very loads of great civs for Land Madness and tough to find good civs anywhere else. I think he absolutely shouldn't play Huns on Nomad. The reason for that is because Huns start with 100 less wood, so you can't afford to dock.
Oh, that is a
Uh,
good point. That is something that I forgot about, but that's maybe why. But yeah, maybe that's why you had to pick humans because I
I
guess
I
Burgundians is
think
an
he'll play
okay
Liths
option.
there. I think it'll be Liths versus Spanish on
Yeah,
Nomad
I mean,
because
Lith is such a good
Lithuanians you
option
can.
for on most maps. To be honest, Lithuania is such a good. You might pick it for something he feels a bit more confident. Just like sack the Nomad game, force Blue to play to spend their Spanish pick on Nomad. Not going to have much chance. Maybe just like I'm going to lose Nomad, but I'm going to still have my Lith in the hole for something like um, potentially Hyper Random, potentially some of the
Yeah,
other maps in the
maybe.
pool. Low
I
Tide
think
is a good
my
Lithuanian map.
I think my opinion of it basically is that, like with Lithuanians, you can obviously send your villas to wood. You've got more food. That means you can dock earlier. And also, the really important thing, if you're up against Spanish, which obviously there will be, then they've got the faster skirms, which is probably the most effective counter to the
Oh,
fast
true.
castle
Yeah.
conquistador play. So I think that we will see that matchup. I'm quite excited for that.
Well, as I was in the Enes, I think it's going to be around. What's that? Um, Probably just under 1400 to be honest. I think they're both I think blue plays yellow. Border Man's obviously a champion, so I can't remember what color they are. But blue plays under 1400 color in the Discord.
Yeah, I think both of these guys are around about 1400. Good players for sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Both
really
um,
excited to
both
see an
both
excellent
players
final.
both players Yeah, both players didn't sweep their draft. They didn't sweep the semi-finals. Bodily Man, as I said, lost on Nomad as their only loss. Blue player counter-swept Finvelf. In doing that, lost as the Gujaras, which is an interesting occurrence because you wouldn't think that's lose too many times. But they did.
Gujaras are losing a fair bit at the moment.
Because you have to play anti-meta against Gujaras, and some people are better anti-meta. Like Finvelf beat Blue because he just went like Trush, Castle Drop, which Gujaras don't really want to have to deal with. And Blue Player didn't make an archery range because you don't want to have to make an archery range of Gujaras, and he got man at arm trushed and died a bit.
Yeah, I think a similar thing happened to Zark. I think it was Celts versus Gujaras in the Group 2, is it final? Group 2 final? Group 3 final? Group 3
Group two is
maybe.
Zark. I can't.
Group
I didn't.
2.
I only watched the last match of that. I need to watch the rest of it at
Yeah.
some point.
So Gujaras lost there, and then Gujaras also lost in my Group 5 semi.
They lost in my
Um,
match against Belgium as well. I got my end as Gujaras because that is one I said that's the only Gujara match I've lost. I've played them at all my sets and I've only lost one of them.
so hey, maybe Gujaras are shit.
I mean, but
Confirmed.
I think you're very much right on Land Madness. It's difficult. I mean, like I said, I lost to mines, and that was Land Madness because I messed up my build order completely. I forgot to build any houses. I forgot there were straggler trees. It's a horrible mess, which didn't help. And Belgian is a very good player. So I might see that matchup potentially. Counter picks Mayans Gujaras. Could you be interesting there, or do you go I mean, what does Border do on Blue and Land Madness? Hindustanis lose to Gujaras, Lithuanians lose to Gujaras, Burgundians lose to Gujaras. There's a whole list of thivs that here which just generally lose to Gujaras, and maybe you could do some heavy Mayan archer play and win in
Well, I've seen the
feudal.
civs. I've seen the civs, and we actually don't need to worry about what can beat Gujaras.
Because the Gujaras isn't
Um,
coming, is it? Let's reveal it to the world now.
should we get into the game? I'm ready to
Yeah,
go when you're
we'll
on.
get ready to go. It's on the thing. What time are you on? Because I'm at 1 second.
Oh, I'm still loading Capture Age. So
Okay, I can. Before you
if
do
you
it,
transition and get yourself paused, I'll catch up.
Yep. So while Hopsy is loading the game, it's Franks versus the blue player, and Borderdude's got Cumans. So both players, well, Borderdude may be thinking of more strategically in what they get rid of and what they keep, because Cumans is not just you would think. Not the initially thing you would think to pick on any map. To be honest, it's quite. It doesn't really do well on any of the maps in Superdraft, unfortunately. It's a bit too closed. Is that how are you feeling for Cumans just generally in this tournament?
I think for Cumans, I think they have a very difficult job on this map in particular, in the sense that you can't TC directly a wood line. Though I think it may be helpful in the sense that you get to spend a lot of time in feudal on this map normally, cheaper stables even if you didn't want to go double TC. So they're definitely an option. They feel nicer here than, for example, maps that have a bit of water going on. But I don't know, yeah, an odd pick, I think, given that the civs that they had available.
Like I haven't seen too many games of the tournament. I don't even know who's. I haven't seen any Cuman game I've seen is Border Dude in their semi-final. Like I don't know who
I'm ready to
drafted
go, by the way.
Cumans. Yeah, I don't know who. I don't know who drafted Cumans in my group. Who the two Sims who got lumped with them in my group. So I don't know what they are. Yeah, I'm at 1 second. You at 1 second? Or what time are you on?
Yeah, should we go in three, two, one, and now?
Go. Yep. We'll start it off. Super Draft final. Group 4, Border Dude Man versus Blue Player, and I am joined with Hopsy. As you, I'm not. I don't know why I'm doing this because I'm not gonna. Put it all to usually all in one big lump, so no like intro thing. But yes, we have a nice Land Madness game. I love a Land Madness set because, as you well know from my streaming, that I do have some various rules to play in Land Madness. So, what do you
You
think about
have
the map,
rules in
Jens? I have
Lamb Madness?
rules.
What are
We'll
your
see them in
rules?
Feudal Age, but how do you feel about the map so far for each of the players?
Well, I think that, Lamb Madness, it's pretty open always. I'm not really sure I necessarily like the look of the golds for blue. Although, actually, no, there is one right in the back, isn't there? But
Yes.
the other neutral ones are forward. I think in general it's kind of fine, isn't it? Maybe a bit better for orange than for blue,
Yeah, I think
but
I'm agreed too.
generally
I
even.
think, and you're saying that yeah, you don't really care too much about being too open because you can't warn between wood lines, but it does sort of makes it difficult to where all the attacks are coming from. Like blue's home goal, the 4, even though that 3 is probably better, but blue's home goal is the 4 tile, and the blue's berries are both sort of too far away to protect just by one sort of area of the map, and whereas the wood line, so it's a bit more difficult to think about defending that. Where
Yeah,
yeah, Border Dude has
I
got the
think I
safe
think
berries in the
just
back, and
all round difficult to defend. I like orange's berries. Orange's berries are nice, and I think the thing with the Franks, is you want your berries to be safe. Really, you want to be able to take those for a while. And if a human player scouts that the Frank player has forward berries and reacts to that, could be bad times for the blue player.
you sort of say that, but because Franks forage so quickly, they're usually eating them by the time feudal age comes. So I don't think
Yeah, I
it's too
suppose
much
it
of an
depends on
issue.
how many deer Blue's going to want to push. At the moment, it seems like he's prioritising scouting. Both players prioritising scouting, which is unusual on this map. You would normally push deer first.
Well, the blue player just done their circle around to get all the geese. Where's blue? Where's Border Dude? Okay, Border Dude has gone off aggressively scouting, but yeah, blue. I think blue's just done a circle around to find their geese, and it sounds gonna now meet. They're gonna bump into each other. Who will notice? Border Dude's noticed, and we see the first hit of the game.
Yeah, I imagine the
Oh, but
scouts are just going to run
blue player got
away.
the attack on the hill, which means they're now on. Then now, blue players got the 1 HP advantage, so now they're probably gonna, yeah, as you say, run away.
It's too much of a risk, isn't it? I mean, the human player probably does want to take a bit of HP off the Frank player before the Frank player gets their bonus in feudal, but both of them are going to want to scout. Both of them are going to want to push deer. It's much too much of a risk to take the fight, in my opinion.
Yeah, and between the both players are going to feudal. Probably the idea is that both of them are going to go think about lots more scouts. So 1 scout on like half HP compared to 6 more scouts that are coming is.
Oh,
It's
Orange,
not
what are
too
you
much.
doing?
Was that a geese that got lamed or not? I couldn't quite tell.
I don't know, but
There's no
Orange
dead
losing their
body on the
scout is
floor,
so
yeah.
important.
But
And this is Lucas Dukas, when he casts, always says the same thing about Land
oh
Madness.
no, oh no, oh no, oh no, we've got a broken wreck.
Ah,
We have a provision for that though. Luckily, we have provisions for broken wrecks.
do we?
Yes, because
What are the provisions?
Blue recorded all this on his YouTube channel, so we're just going to cast that.
Oh, right. Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to go to Blue's. Do you know Blue's YouTube channel?
Yeah. It's in the Superdraft thing, isn't it? Oh yeah, I can see it. It's quite nice that he's done that, to be fair.
Yeah, but I
So
already
does
helped
that
last time
mean that
because 2 of his
quite a
wrecks were
lot of people
broken.
will have already seen the game?
Potentially. It's only got 12 views, so they're not massive, but wouldn't be surprised if there were a few.
Trying to work out when did it cut out in game time? 6:20.
Yeah, but let me just put it on the capture rate on OBS. It's a shame that that happens, but look, we have a provision. It's for the first game as well. It's quite. That's the wrong one. Sorry. Pro streamer trying to work out OBS.
I think
browser.
trying when you're in the YouTube, I think it's around about 10 minutes 14 that we need to start from.
Yeah, you work out that while I work out this. Yeah, when the scout goes down, pretty much. Or we could go a bit backwards. So we could see if a goose got killed. What? Window capture. Fine, I found it. Okay. Okay, we have this. Okay, it doesn't seem to do that. Let's. There we go. Does that work? That work.
Yeah, I can see a YouTube thing.
Alright, let's just.
If you want to navigate to about 10:15 video time, is around about right.
I'm gonna look and see if it got. Okay, I don't think the scout. I think the scout hit the town centre. I don't think it hit the.
Hit the goose, yeah.
No, I think it tried to strike the town centre. Okay, I'm at 10:15.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
So we have Blue's view of the game. Yeah, I looked at the town centre and captured it. It has 1 less HP. So, Border Dude in their final effort tried to attack the town centre. Probably maybe trying to get the goose to kind of get the best effort from his scout, but was not able to get it. But yeah. We're only going to see Blue's point of view. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see what Border Dude's, but hopefully we can infer.
Well, I think that Blue will be probably unsure at this point whether his opponent is going to go a scout opening or if they're going to go for a 2 TC boom. It seems like they want to go fast up anyway. I feel like that's the safe bet, but if you thought that they were going 2 TC boom, you might try and fast castle here. Obviously very high risk though. I like what they're doing. Nice 21 pop up.
I mean, we do have the information that Blue had 3 on wood and the rest on food before the wreck cut out. So that definitely feels like a scout build, in my opinion. And I'm hoping yours.
Could be 2 TC though. That's exactly what you would do if you were going
only 3 on wood. Don't you need to actually?
Well, normally you go 2 on wood for the 2 TC build.
I didn't know that. I thought you want to put more on so you can have enough. Yeah, so you have the 275 to actually make. a TC.
You transfer on your way up because normally you're making the
Oops,
TC
sorry.
like near the wood line anyway.
Apparently, if I change tabs when I got YouTube open, the YouTube closed. The YouTube minimizes itself, so I have to make sure I don't change tabs. Unfortunately, sorry to everyone. We're just going to see some pushing now. And also, yeah, I've also bothered you can't push any deer as well.
Yeah, it's a big deal
I saw it.
to
Yeah, I saw
lose your
he also
scout
had
on
he had a
Land
mill.
Madness.
Yeah, he did have a second mill, so he's looking to mill the deer. Which maybe that's why the extra wood verger were potentially from to actually afford another mill.
Could easily be.
We will see soon enough as we see feudal age come in for blue, and if border dude is going to be fast feudal, that will come in fairly soon as well. We should hope. I mean, I don't dislike fast feudal for the scout. Human scouts are faster than than most scouts. Yeah, we see fast feudal coming in.
Faster than all scouts, I believe.
Well, I was thinking having
There's no
husbandry.
others that get the speed
If they
bonus.
didn't have, because I think in husbandry, once husbandry comes in, obviously the scouts, but obviously you don't get that in
Yeah,
feudal
so
age.
that they're faster in feudal and then again in imperial. So they're at
Yeah.
equal speed in castle if your opponent has husbandry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We haven't seen the berries haven't been eaten up yet. Bulu's been focusing much more on the deer than the berries, and I feel like that, like he says, forward berries. There might be a bit of a could you defend them?
Did blue get double bit? Ah, he's getting it now.
Okay, going yet. That's something to have noticed. We don't see the upgrades pop up particularly easily, but blue does know my sort of ideas for Land Madness, and that idea is one spearman for every 2 scouts for every undefended resource, and that's blue sort of credited his victory in the semi-final to that strategy in Land Madness. So he's making lots of spears. He's probably gonna have begin with. You just need like one, and then you need two. You're gonna have two in the berries to deal with 4 scouts, and that's pretty much a good number. And then when those berries get eaten, you probably send them off to like undefended woodline, or if he starts taking gold to the gold or stone. But that's a strategy which I recommend, and he's probably going to follow through with.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. I think that, what people often forget to do, if it is a Scouts and Spears war that this map often becomes, is they forget to keep adding the Spears as their opponent keeps adding the Scouts and
Yeah.
gets the upgrades as well. So, yeah, it's exactly like you say, Zalotta. You can't let yourself get overwhelmed later on in feudal bloodline Scouts. You got to make sure you got the Spears on the field to deal with that. And it looks like blue players taking that to heart.
Yeah, we don't know if Borderdude's making spears yet, but he's definitely making scouts. Double stable, we can see
It
there,
does look
Blue's
like double
point of
stable
view.
play, doesn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
so using the benefit of the cheaper Cumin stables, I would say it's definitely not a 2TC play.
Yeah, well, I don't think it is. I think it's you don't want to actually sit back while Frank's go Frank all over you.
No, indeed, but I think the blue player is doing all right so far. He's taking good trades, making sure to only fight where he's got better numbers in small groups. I think this is looking pretty good for him. Although, the scouts being on
Oh,
that
there's
wood
a wood
line.
line. I was worried about that, but it might be an overshot. But obviously we couldn't check. But I thought Blue would
Yeah,
rule it
he'll
out.
lose 2 vills here. The spears are out of position.
Yeah, and Blue's doing the right thing of trying to find some damage of their own. That's a dangerous thing about having spear defense, just generally. It's because yeah, like I say, like a spear for every 2 scouts for every undefended resource. But that was defended, but then it stopped becoming defended. So it's like having to recognize that is such a tough job. Like Wonder Blue's trying to work out if Bordeaux's taking gold yet. I don't think it's quite the right time to think about taking gold. You can see
Especially
you
not
can
if
see
you're
where the
going
main
double
gold.
stable. Yeah,
Yeah,
double stable, you definitely want to delay it a little bit.
he
But it
might.
comes a point where it becomes more efficient to get up to Castle Age, to go to gold and drop a market. Um, so they may think about doing that, but certainly for the moment, I think for the Franks, you just want to be dropping farms, making scouts, adding for Nighton.
Oh, it's so it's very it's no it's not defended. There's a couple of spears back, but that's definitely something that Blue should think about. Sort of having the pressure on that wood line. It's completely unwalled.
And no small walls for Border man is
Mm.
really, really surprising to me. Probably thinks that he can just get away with the spear defense, but with the Frank Scout HP, and once they've got enough upgrades,
Yeah,
and Blue Player clears up those scouts in the back with Border man being distracted, I must say this is looking very good for our Blue Player.
yeah.
He's
You
going to
don't.
need to be a little bit careful with these spears and maybe regroup his scouts, but he's doing a lot of damage here, a lot of vills going down.
I wish we could check how many vills are going down. He's had to run away. The vills and the walling in, and one spear can deal with two, as I've said. So, we see a tower. We see a
He needs
tower.
to
What
send
did
his
it?
spears over to clear that up before he evacuates the vills, which is super annoying. He's doing that now.
Luckily, Fletching might not be in, so that Vil survives. And honestly, blaming the wood line in feudal age isn't the worst thing in the world because you end up with so much wood anyway because you've had so much on wood for a scout build.
Yeah, and he could easily
It
just go
doesn't
and
make too much of a
transfer these vills
difference.
to gold. It's around about the right time to go to gold, so
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to realize that and just send these vills off to make a mining camp somewhere.
Because you were saying earlier that market is usually the best play, and you end up with a lot of wood. So market, I always get build a market because you're always going to end up with so much wood. So it's easy to plop down, sell 200 wood, sell 100 food, and click up.
Yeah. I tend to find that when I play Land Madness, I usually end up doing an archer transition, which necessitates me going to gold anyway, and therefore the market is just an eminently sensible option.
Blue descended on the healthy build to attack to attack the tower of the dead ones to do the mining camp. We did see
Oh, he's gonna
in the
rush
top
this
of the
tower
map. We
down.
saw on the top of the map that
Oh.
one of Blue Borderdude's tertiary mills at this stage got found out. I think a Vil may have died there as well from the scouts.
That's really nice walling there from Portadoo, man. Actually,
Yeah.
you're a little bit ahead behind me. I'm gonna pause.
Okay.
This there is really nice walling.
Yeah, just in time as well for the Vils to come in. That Vil's going to die. There's going to be probably another dead as well. The scouts, I think the spears have died. Maybe another like a scout or two has died.
Those are unnecessary Ville losses for blue.
I think Blue is lucky that that tower hasn't been microed because those Vils bashing down the thing would have been, and now can sort of anti-ballistics his way through that tower if not if careful.
Yeah, macro's leaving a lot to be desired as well. Was late to gold,
No
so he's going to be
market.
late to Castle Age, and that can be really, really costly on this map. You know, float as much food and wood as you want, but if you can't afford to get to Castle Age and go into Knights, he's adding a
I,
market. It's
I
way too
wonder.
late.
So it's also one Vil market as well. I'll rush that market down if you're thinking about buying something. Yeah, I mean you can click up now. You got the 200 gold, and
He's
he's not.
he's
It's
essentially
got
got
no.
Castle Age food twice, and he's still not clicked up. I don't think he's too busy
It's almost
microing
got imp
it.
food. I think yeah. Hotkey your town
Ah.
center. Yeah, he hasn't hotkeyed his town center. Control group his town center. He's just got the hotkey. I
This
like the
feels
control
like a
group.
bit of a throw from our blue player. Oh my god, he's clicked up and he has 800 food in the
Yeah,
bank
I was saying he's
after
almost got
clicking
enough for
up.
imp, the imp food. I mean, if he could sell all that
Oh,
food, he can make so many knights once he sells that. But I think, yeah, Blue decided to give too much attention to the tower. I guess stopping the stop once he stopped the Villas making a second tower, that's great. But I think past that, you just don't have to pay it too much mind. Maybe go on stone, build a Frank castle. It's going to be much cheaper than anything humans could do.
I think so. I think a Ford Castle, I think it probably is the order of the day. I think he probably should still be ahead.
Oh,
Um,
poor dude's got
but
so many
yeah,
spears now. He's followed my advice just a bit later. He's got walls. He's got your like the main advice of warning, but he's following my idea of making a lot of spears. And Blue hasn't made a scout for a long while. I don't think it's just using the same numbers. And he could afford so many more scouts. He had 900 food. He's got 900 food. Why not make more scouts and be a bit more evil?
yeah. I think that Border Man has overmade spears here. I think he has more spears than he knows what to do with, and
He
you can
says
see
that.
that someone coming here to raid.
He says that, and the spears weren't at the berries and Blue Pay got a couple more vills because of it.
Yeah, even so, that it's a lot of food and wood to invest, and I feel obviously we've seen Blue's macro really struggle, but he's still going to get to Castle Age before the human player.
Yeah,
Um,
indeed.
Bit of a sloppy game number one for both players, to be honest, given their
Let me just
reloads.
see if I can just move the. Oh yeah, that's better. It was a bit off the edge. My screen was a bit off the. I couldn't see which age for people were a bit off the edge of the map. But yeah, now on the edge of the screen. So yeah, I thought, has Border Dude clicked up? Has Border Dude aged up yet? Because I would have thought they would have done. But yeah, you're right. Too many spears. I mean, there's always a danger. You don't want to accidentally like. Franks can really produce scouts really quite effectively with so much food, and he had so much food to do so. He just decided not to. I mean, he had the food to make what 6 extra scouts for no bother really because he had the food. So probably number of spears were probably as Border Dude expected, but now, yeah, probably unfortunate with their read there.
I think Blue's in their comfort zone now. They've got to Castle Age first. They've got, I think, 4 stables for the Knights. And I mean, Feudal Age Spears are just going to really struggle against that. And it's so difficult to quick wall them out. They've got such high attack. And
I
I
wonder.
think that, yeah, with the forward siege edition, if a Mangonel comes, he's going to have to evacuate that gold. TC's exposed. I think that Blue should feel very good about their situation right now.
I wonder if Border Dude put a second TC perhaps there. Maybe they thought it was comfortable and decided to go second TC somewhere.
Yeah, potentially at the back on that
It's
back
very
goal. Do you
late.
think?
This day. I think there'd be similar times. Oh, now he's aged up. Okay. I guess it's not unreasonable with how many spears he made and how much investment he had to go in the tower because probably has to take. I guess he couldn't even afford a turn center because we'd had to take stone once he built that tower anyway.
I think that Blue should sell their food. They've got 6 vills in the queue, only 9 on gold. Could really do with more knights. Could do with a mangonel. Love to see some food sold.
Well, it's got 300 food. It's not a nice number. It's only got 9 on gold. Yeah, and just can't make 3 stable knights really effectively. Can't really make 2 stable knights that well with only 9 on gold. And we see some camels come out to
Oh
counter knights.
no! Yikes. Yeah, a predictable transition, but a very effective one there
This is where
from
the spears come
Orange.
forwards at this point.
I don't think that Blue should be fighting this, but maybe check the upgrades because they are winning the fight. Yeah,
Yeah, he won the battle, but that knight number is a lot. A lot of
I
knights gone
don't think that's a
down.
good trade, is it? It's not a good trade.
I think
I
you
think
can
you
make.
just
I think.
need you just need to
Yeah.
back up and chill a bit. This isn't good. Maybe drop a monastery, get pikemen.
Drop a TC, boom. It's just something that's now there's camel spears, which aren't obviously the stellar combination in the world, but they're good enough. And then Blue's being a bit slow to move their spears to the front. It's a
Yeah,
very
when the
close. It's a very
spears
interesting
arrive, you can
game.
begin to start trading again. But yeah, I think definitely stayed a little bit too long in the base there.
Potentially, Borderdude's taking gold elsewheres, and Blue maybe thought if he kills that gold mine, it's over for Borderdude. But I feel like Borderdude might be collecting gold somewhere else at this point.
Could easily be, yeah.
Well, we see that Blue is taking gold in 2 locations. I wouldn't be surprised if the other player was. I think Borderdude's been attacked in their gold mine. It's hard to tell. I see some flashing light. Oh no, it's their mill being attacked by spears. Okay, that's not too much. That's not too worrying. So we
I
see Pike
think I
come
might be
in.
wrong, but I don't think that Blue has Bowsaw, which could be an issue.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, Relentless, you end up with quite a bit of wood. So Bowsaw isn't the most important upgrade in the universe, but he's making a lot of siege, which it'll eat up it in the end.
This Scorpion, I think, is the first siege unit, isn't it? I think the Scorpion is a good
Yeah.
move. Help deal with the spears. I'd like to see a monastery as well. I really would, just to make the camels less of a threat.
I'd just like to see some scouting, to be honest. We haven't seen Borderdude's northern side of the base for a while. I'm a bit worried that things are happening there. I like some sort of overchop wood line or something that could get quite easy damage on, which Blue could always like find some extra knights, because those knights can't do anything at the moment. They're just sort of dancing around the map. I feel like they could be a bit more useful and attack some villagers, which aren't those 3 villagers in God, because they're quite well defended. Some other villagers, please.
Monks being added for border, and yeah.
Usually that's a sign that you should make your own monastery, and Blue hasn't. I don't know if Blue's done that yet. I can't remember when last time when Blue checked back to their own base. The Scorps do nice damage on those gold bills. I'm surprised that Border Dude hasn't exited them stage left at this point.
I think that mining camp should have been evacuated long ago. Yeah, I think that's really unnecessary build to lose.
It's a lot of attention that Blue is technically still spending there. So, is it the distraction that
he's diving?
Border Dude needed?
This is going to be many conversions. This is a terrible fight for Blue to take.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And that Scorpion's taking 1 camel, and it's not gonna help.
Did Orange get? He got one knight. Did he converted there? Outrageous luck.
Well, it may have got another one potentially, but it may have died immediately. It's very hard to tell on this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was very. It didn't look like great luck, to be honest. And well, I've got the audio. Obviously, I've got the audio muted from Blue's player, so I can't hear from Blue's YouTube, so I can't hear the ding 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 sound. I don't know if you've also got that muted as well.
I muted it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at the score, it feels like Blue should have this.
That's a big 500 difference in the score there.
It feels like Border is maximum 2 TC behind this.
Yeah, it's definitely an exploration score. That Blue's buff it up with. Look at that exploration. Yeah, it's definitely some sort of the Knights number are really picking up. Like, I don't know if they got +2. If they got +2 yet? We'll wait till Blue clicks a knight on its own and see if they have +2 armor yet.
Oh, they got +2 straight away.
+2 straight away. Okay, good. Yeah, that's diveable. That wall of knight. Like, obviously, there's camels and spears in existence. But yeah, that's very diveable. That's the thing. Like, these weak woodline, that probably in the woodline on the right is probably hella overchopped. It might have a TC in it, to be honest, but I think it's definitely worth checking. We were just even 5 minutes ago, just sending that errant knight around to see what's up.
I really like this angle of attack from Blue, looking to control that little hill overlooking the stable. I think that's perfect. I think that Orange is really going to struggle to deal with pressure coming in that direction.
Yeah. It's a nice choke point that Broadsword is funneling the pikemen in, I guess, but the pikes are very out of position.
Ooh, can we get the monk?
The Mangonel's having a good pop at it, but I think the monk died in the end. I don't know if we got a cut pikeman, but converting a pikeman isn't the be all and end all, really, is it?
Yeah, both monks go down. Mangonel
2 pikemans I think got taken.
Camel's going to come back in for it. They're going to take a terrible fight. I think this is looking really nice for Blue.
As long as the Mangonel's alive, then that's still a massive threat for Bordeaux. Bordeaux cannot let that Mangonel, because that wood line is just useless. You're walled in with your own demise if that Mangonel stays alive. And we can see I think it's dead because the control group has changed. There was no 3 for Mangonel. So another Mangonel pops up. So it was a good sort of partial clear by Border Dude. It got there in the end, but the score is not looking good because we didn't see any extra TC on that wood either. So I'm not sure if Border Dude's even gone for a second one yet.
No, I don't think he has. And the thing about this game is it's been pressure from Blue ever since he got to Castle Age, and there's been basically 0 coming in the other direction, which means that, worker efficiency, idle time, all is going to be in favour of our Blue player here.
And also greediness, like sending vills out to the middle of nowhere to take resources perfectly without a care in the world is also a very sort of useful attribute that people forget about. Double Mangonel, that gold mine is finally being cleared, but it's not looking good, is it?
I think that... Well, I don't know. I think if I were Blue, I'd be looking to try and finish this game soon with the forward castle. And if I were Orange, I would be thinking I'll tap out when the forward castle comes. Or when Blue hits Imp.
Everything dies to Scout Skirm, apparently. I think they're talking about feudal pay, but yeah. Everything dies to scouts. Oh, there's the goal that border dude just taken with 15 vills and that's 15 knights on it. It's not. That's
That could be a
nasty.
really bad clear up there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
the
lot of
pike are
vills
just diving the
down.
TC because I don't think they can.
The pikemen need to be careful because they're going to get splattered by the TC in their own mangonel shot. Nah, they get out of the way, all right.
Knights are coming round to meet their own pikemen, and if those camels die, the game dies. I think camels aren't much easier than knights to produce. So if they go down against Franks, you need them to stay alive. Even taking the siege, I don't think was. I think if even the camels die taking the siege, you can't take the fight. It's just not profitable.
Monk goes down. Yeah, this is rough for Orange.
I don't think Border Dudes gain score for a long while now. You're sort of waiting for the inevitable. Triple stable knights in production. I think Blue ignore one of the stables just for economy sense. GG's called. Okay, we'll pause that there and hopefully. Oh no, we'll keep it open. Just see if Blue. Yeah, if Blue looks around the map, we'll keep it open and see if he dodges around the map. So if we can see that if Bordeaux made another TC, we can see. But I don't know if Blue player will. No, Blue player's not gonna look around. So we'll pause that there, and we'll hopefully go back to Capture Age.
Yeah, definitely. I'll get
and hopefully game two
loaded
works.
up on mine.
Okay, we'll close that window capture because I might be giving hints. Okay, open that window capture. Open the bear with. Let's fix Age of Empires 2 because it's not going to like the replay breaking.
What do you think that Border Dude will pick for game number 2? Do you know his preference as well?
I'm going to think about what his home map was in the semi-final match or even the playoff matches. I can't remember if he played those as well. I just can't top of my head. I think it might have been Hyper Random was one of his home maps.
Yeah, well, I can reveal that game 2 will be on Hyper Random.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just trying to. I have a lot of replay stopping bug to sort through. It's because it goes by world. It goes through world time increments, and I think.
Oh, I just closed Age and reopened it.
It doesn't take too long. It's just a lot of clicking.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what world time is. If it's
no
real life
worries.
time or time in game. Time in game shouldn't take too long because only 6 minutes of it in game time. But it might be real world time. And we've just watched a 30-minute game while I've had it open and bugged. It's very short world time if it was in Linux time. Okay, yeah. So hyper random Hindustani jumps to mind for me as just thinking, and Gujaras on the other hand, jumps out at me just thinking.
Yeah, I think that if you're Blue player, you've already had Land Madness and you didn't pick Gujaras there,
Yeah.
so surely you've got to pick it on Hyper Random. There aren't really any other maps that suit Gujaras well in terms of number of sheep and usefulness of unit composition.
Yeah, Monocle doesn't work because you have to mill the shorefish, which means you take your 4 sheep there, and 4 sheep isn't terrible these days for Gujara, but yeah, it's not profitable. We saw someone, I can't remember. I think it was Border Dude's own semi-final on Monocle, which had Keldon Gujara and sort of it wasn't a tasty build. Let's just say that.
Keldon played Gujaras on Monocle. Very interesting.
They milled the berry, so it didn't have any shorefish. They what else do Gujaras get, which is a bonus?
Shravamsharitis.
I don't think they made one. That's the problem. They didn't. Obviously, you can't take stone easily in Monaco, so they couldn't easily go chakram. I think the game had ended by then, pretty much. I can't remember what.
It's a weird map to
There's a
keep
lot of
going.
build order issues for that. I think cause I don't think there's even any striker. There aren't many striker trees either in Monaco. I don't think. And obviously there's
There are a
some.
few.
I
There are a few.
don't think there's as many as some, they say Arabia. Okay, I'm just gonna close Age of Empires. It's taken forever.
Yes, good call. That's what I did.
I don't know why it took forever because usually it usually doesn't take too long. The problem is because Capture Age is also very annoying. I can't open a new Age of Empires game easily. I have to go to like search windows because I can't like minimize Capture Age. So I didn't want to like to have to do it because you can't minimize the Age of Empires or Capture Age. The Peng Bear is a penguin on a bear. It is my own. It's my penguin and not my bear.
Is it a Hugsy penguin?
It is a penguin I got from
I can
the
see it's
Sea
not a
Life
Hugsy.
in London, and the polar bear is an IKEA polar bear.
Got you.
But obviously, I have the Polar Bear Night mod still active. And it's a very bored Polar Bear Night waiting to go into action. Okay, I thought Age of Empires was less. I'm gonna just quit Capture Age and then just minimize everything. Sorry, bearing with for this terrible stream difficulties. Okay, I don't think. Okay, Age of Empires didn't actually load. That would explain why it wasn't loading.
Yeah, I can tell you're having a great time.
Okay, so let's look at the yeah. So hyper random blue player first game against Finvalve was hyper random, and it was Gujaras versus Poles. Finvalve picked Poles. So that's where we saw Gujaras. It didn't quite work out, as I said, because didn't play meta. Finvalve just mana arm trush into castle rush, which the Gujaras don't want to have to do. It makes them as good as any other civ, responding to a trush, because they don't want to have to deal with feudal aggression in that form. They're happily dealing with army aggression, but they don't want to have to deal with mana arm trush. Like most civs don't. They have no benefit. They only really boom, like exploding castle age. Okay, game 2, I'm about to get it loaded.
Sweet, I'm in. Let me know when.
So, yeah, so Hindustani Jared, I think was what our vibes is for this. I don't know if it'd be surprised if it was particularly different after we saw the first game sort of civ picks. So I've sort of
I
have it
think
semi-loaded.
unfortunately you're gonna be surprised.
Oh, I didn't hear any Indian music on startup, so that's one surprise. I don't know whose music it is. I think, is it Burgundian music? Anyway, are you ready to reveal it? I'm ready to reveal it.
I'm ready, yeah, let's go. I think you're not on the right screen. Oh, you are.
I revealed it. It's like I tried to minimize and hide things. It wasn't working. I was like, why is it working? I pressed the right order. Okay, I was writing the Burgundian music. I can tell my music's apart at least. Whoops, I forgot accidentally. Sorry, I accidentally pressed play by instinct. Okay, I'm at 7 seconds now.
No, yeah, sorry, yeah, I'd already pressed play because I thought you did, so catch up to me. I
What,
will
you
just
on?
press play.
Okay, you're just gonna
keep going. I'm like way ahead of you, so just press play and I'll play when you're at me.
If you're looking at the stream, we have stream delay. So, for what time are you on?
All right, count me down at 31 seconds.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Cool.
So we have a hyper-random light game, and this is an interesting hyper-random light generation, wouldn't you agree?
Well, there's interesting, and then there is potential to turn into a 2-hour-long slog.
Yes, it's an Amazon tunnel setup here.
I think it's just wide enough to think that it will be difficult to keep walled. So I think it might just end up in being like a normal sort of open map like game. We live in hope.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Amazon tunnel generations could be can be wider than this, can be narrower than this, and you can't always wall all of those. Now, hyper random light is could do lots of interesting things. Well, most interesting things. I mean, fixed number of herdables, 7, which Gujaras don't dislike, because that's a fixed number. You can deal with 7 quite nicely. And then gold and stone fairly nicely apportioned, because it's hyper-random light rather than hyper-random. But what do you feel about just the general vibes of the starts? Because definitely one I favour more than the other.
Well, I think that the Gujaras have done nicely in getting their mill up and getting their sheep into their mill. I also don't hate Border Dude Man start. They've obviously taken their boar early so that they can get fast double bit axe, which is what you would want to do as Burgundians as well. I tend to think that both players have kind of done all right. I mean, it seems like now blue player is very confused about like how many builds they want on what resource. But in general, I think it's going fine. He might have a bit of idle time, to be fair, once this bill's created, which is a bit of a disaster. Oh no, I see 4 coming in.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Gujarats have to take their board really rather early. It's still idle time in the form of loom, but it's no different to Border Dude. They also have to do an early loom.
Oh no!
Oh, he's running away, Oh no! F's in the chat for Border Dude Scout again. That broke the wreck last time, so hopefully it doesn't break the wreck this time.
No. Border Dude Man says, why? I mean, like, control group your scout, man. You're 1400
Let's see what's Border Dude scouting. Yeah, it's straight to the. I mean, unlike some in Arabia, you can't easily tell where players start. Where players start is about like vibes. Like you don't. I guess if you saw the main goal, but he came from like a very weird angle, which could have been further to the left, or we already knew. But yeah, as I was saying, Gujaras have to take their. I know the Gujarat. I sort of made my own Gujarat build order, which works quite well. You have to take the boar really early, like with only like 5 veils on your berries, and like I usually take one of my berries on with my mill as well.
Huh. Yeah, I need to perfect my Gajara start. It normally goes okay, but occasionally I get housed at 15 pop because I kind of go out to build my lumber camp at around about 12 pop, and then for somehow I don't have 25 food for the 25 wood for the house.
I use my 12 to build the house first, and then
so
send
you
on to the lumber
you
camp.
go house before, just delay the lumber camp. That's obviously what I should be doing.
Three on striker, and then the 4th builds a house, and then the lumber camp is what I go for. So it has enough wood when that house is built to build a lumber camp, and then I take one of the stragglers off and help with the lumber camp, and still keep my stragglers because I like them cleared for farm production. To be honest, it's always a bit easier when making farms if the stragglers are gone. But yeah, But I also have my mill builder always stays on berries as well because it might as well. It's there. That saves walking time.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I don't see why you wouldn't do that.
Blue hasn't though. Blue got a bit panicky with their vills there.
Yeah,
so it's not the perfect. I'm not pushing either. not pushing any deer. Gujarats have to push a deer as well because that's a bit too. I mean, it's not the worst deer spawns near enough to the mill, but yeah. Start pushing the deer on when you get your second boars. When you start pushing the deer in, it's very APM intensive doing that, especially my trying to push a deer as well as collect a boar, but it just about manage if I'm lucky.
Especially on hyper random, I think that he'll want to be using his camel to scout the map. I definitely don't mind like milling the deer. They are quite close, like you say.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't mind this.
He's found Border Dude as well. He's just looking for anything interesting. Maybe trying to work out the layout of the land. Obviously, we can see his hammers internal, but I don't know if... I feel like blue pair tried and clicked up and realised he had to go all the way around the wood line. That's what he might accidentally done. He's probably clicked north and realised it's a massive wood line and the scouts walked around. But we see a few delayed already, and no double bit axe yet for Border Dude. You're saying like get the ball out for the double bit axe, but it hasn't been researched yet.
You did exactly what you're supposed to do for the early bit axe, and then didn't get early bit axe.
Maybe just likes getting early boars. Blue should have got the early boar because it's Gujaras. You don't have any other food, but yeah, interesting.
What do you think that Blue's response is going to be to seeing the tree line? Do you think that Blue will wall it, or do you think that he won't bother?
Blue's already worn himself inside, so I doubt that.
Oh, he's doing little walls.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why initially I like blue starter because it's much more of an Arabia style walling. While Bordeaux's got a very open back, you can't wall the wood lines there. I wouldn't be surprised if when Bordeaux eventually learns of the Amazon tunnel nature of this map, to potentially think about walling in. But he's lost his scouts, so he can't.
He's drushing, or potentially men at arms. I think it's men at
Man
arms.
at
He's
arms
gone
in
to
at
gold.
that speed. Yes, man at arms in. Yeah, 3-3. We're very feuded almost in, but. I mean, we don't see a stable yet. That's the thing about the Gujara build order. You often end a bit. I don't think that's a bit too many farms. Unfortunately, you need a bit less on farms, just so you have the wood to build a stable. It's only got 2 on berries. I feel like needed more on berries just so you can afford stable because scout and camel
Yeah.
scout really stops that man at arms coming, and now they're going to come and there's no military in the field for blue.
I played a ladder game with Gujaras the other day, and I was kind of forced to open archers just because you don't take your sheep, and I think I only maybe pushed 1 deer, maybe 2, and so I didn't really have the food to justify scouts. But I actually also think that, like, opening archery range with Gujaras isn't terrible because often, like, this is what happens. Like, men at arms is
It's
the
often
way
it's the
that,
meta these days to open and have an
yeah.
archer range. Bordeaux don't like doing that because they have 2 units out of the stable, which are very good units out of the stable. So they wouldn't have to. But I think it's always a good call to actually like bite the bullet and make an archery range,
This
especially if
is
you're
looking really
slower.
good for blue, by the way. They're
Yeah, there's
basically
the archery
completely
range.
safe.
Yeah,
There's this hole at the back of just behind the wood line.
yeah, here,
Oh, actually,
which
no, the men at arms are just gonna get through here. That's sloppy. That should never have
I mean,
happened.
it's on one hand it's sloppy, on the other hand they aren't going to do too much damage because
Yeah,
that man
that
at arms
first
is
one is
weak.
weak. If
And
all the villas
one of them already
focus it
died. One of
down.
them already died to the TC earlier, and now there's 3 scouts on the field. So I think like the scouts should clear up quite nicely.
Yeah, it's all looking alright, isn't it, for blue? The only thing for blue is he's not got bit axe. And I feel like this is the point where you don't notice, and that could really come back to bite.
Well, like I was saying earlier, not having the wood to build a stable, not having the wood to build bit axe for a while, and maybe it's sometimes Builders may have to just do it later because they just forget about the wood. So maybe we'll see it in the next minute or so. Hopefully, he's got the wood for it now. He's not making any more. He's still making farms though. I guess he's still got 2 villas who are idle want to make farms. So maybe not yet. Might be
Zalotl
right.
chat is saying change the score. You've still got it as 0-0.
Okay. Thank you.
And you also need to change best of 5 to best of 7 and all that sort of jazz.
Oh yes. I'll do that at the start of the next game because I think it pauses the stream. I can't remember if it pauses to do
Oh, no,
it.
it's alright, I'll pause.
Okay, gonna pause.
3, 2, 1, pause.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it does change, but casting best of 7. Nope, it's a drop down box. Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you. We saw a bit of aggression, a bit of scout aggression. We see some spears at Border Dude. Just the perfect number of spears as well. 2 to defend against 4 military. So Border Dude's learning, and the wood line is still not learning.
Yeah, Border's gonna get a vill maybe here. Oh no, the men's armor's chased away.
Man, I'm chased away, but Border Dude's got an empty wood line again and 4 scouts nearby. And if blue player were to actually think about controlling them again, they might see that wood line. Nope, he's going to go to the wood line.
He does
It's
know
not
about
going
it,
pretty.
yeah. Oh, this could be a massacre. And look at the macro behind this as well. This is like Gajara eco.
Gajara just is such a good sieve to go boost on farms. It's a bit slow at early
Even with
feudal,
no
like we've
double bit
seen.
act, this is just absolutely recklessly good
And the
economy.
Vils, but it was a good defend by Border Dude. Absolutely got the spears the right time, not to lose any Vils. And that man has been a bit annoying in the south. Bitax is coming in finally. Castle Age into Bitax. No, Bitax got cancelled for Castle Age.
No, yeah, he's cancelled bit act so he can get Castle Age. I really hope that he remembers. It'd be very, very funny.
It's got 100 food. It's
Game.
making an archer. Okay, we just asked for the man at arms for 100% archer.
Oh my god, I think he's forgot.
He has forgot, yeah.
Oh, the bit axe debate.
Yeah, Kajara's really suffer in early
Okay.
feudal, but then they really do well in late feudal with because they don't want to have to make too much military. They don't need to make archers because they don't want to have to make archers. They don't want to make too much military. Like 3 scouts plus the camel scouts usually good enough to get through.
Yeah, well, in this ladder game that I was chatting about just about a few days ago, I felt under so much pressure because there were 5 Burmese men-at-arms on me, but and it was a real struggle. But by the time it got to late feudal, my eco was like really rolling, even though I'd kind of like had a bit of idle time, maybe lost 1 ville, maybe 2, and just the power of the sheep in the mill had just got me ahead, and just because I didn't immediately die to the rush. I was able to, yeah, win pretty easily after that. So, like you
Yeah.
say, yeah, slow start, but then get good late on. And to be honest, Burgundians are the same. Slow start, get good late on. Lots of the great civs are like that. Chinese as well, just the same. And
Poles as
Border
well.
Dude's actually about to click up, so he's only 2.5 minutes behind.
Yeah, that's a
And he's
lot of
going to
that's a
have a
lot of
really nice eco
camels.
when he gets there.
Your body's gonna have to go complete like pike into pike into pike and just force blue player to mine stone.
Yeah, but Burgundians shouldn't mind doing that. I mean, if they got Bowsaw and Heavy Plough, Pikeman's actually cheaper than you think. And you can see second barracks going up now already for
Yeah.
Border Dude. And he's already got a few spearmen on the field. Shouldn't be too bad for him, to be honest, to do a Pikeman defense.
Yeah, but then chakrams come along. That's the problem. That's just the
Takes
main issue.
time though, and
Well, blue
takes
player's not
stone
making
and
military. There's no Shavamshas out.
yeah, blue player has kind of gone Castle Age into nothing, essentially. He's going to go drop a
Yeah,
TC.
TC. I wonder like why there's so little on wood. Why is it? Yeah, he's dropping a TC in the wood. I don't. It's very difficult. Actually, thinking about TC spots, like it's very hilly in that area of the map. He's been sort of strapped to find a good place to put one.
Siege Workshop on that hill would be brutal, wouldn't it?
Castle would be nice though, but a defensive one anyway. Offensive one would be horrible for blue, but a nice defensive castle up there would be lovely.
The macro from blue again has been pretty shoddy. He's basically got Imprez, which he's not spending on anything.
No,
Um,
even if you're thinking about going stone for like chakrams, I think still making like a few Shavamsha riders really handy just to be annoying with. Sure, they can't beat
yeah,
pikes, but they can run away from them pretty quickly.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I feel like if you don't make Shravamshas an early Castle Age, you're kind of just wasting the main point of the Kajaras. Um, yeah, it's such powerful, stable unit composition.
How many stables does blue
I
have?
love this
One.
TC though that's going up
Yeah,
right
on the
now.
stone, yes.
Really
TC in the
nice,
stone
really nice
is the
spot.
Gujara way. TC in the gold is okay. I would like to do it on the bigger gold pile, maybe in the north, and that wood line there. That might be a nicer place to put the TC rather than on that near that hill, but it works. But yeah, I mean, Border Dude's making knights with armor and also spears with armor and moving to pikes. So it's a
Yeah,
mixed
it's
comp. Mixed
Knight
comp will really
Pike.
work. It's Knight Pike, which it really works because Gajaras can't really do a mixed comp until Chakrams come in.
Yeah. Gajaras really struggle against this. Knight Pike can forward pressure. It'd be very interesting to see how blue players are able to respond here. I think your best bet is defensive monastery and defensive siege shop, and you can see the monastery coming up now. So he sees what's coming, and he's
Also half
got
of
a
the
counter prepared.
Shavamshas from one stable. You need more stable. It's just like Monster is a good idea. I mean, I feel like just camels are the best option against straight knights. But yeah, it's like blue players suffered in their game against Finvelf in their like not playing too sort of an anti-meta game, and this is sort of a bit too reverse, a bit too meta, like going like Pike Siege. I feel like maybe you're thinking about how does Gujara win a game, and it's just by raiding to someone to death with Chakram support.
I think blue should drop a market and buy a castle.
It's almost there. 17 on stones, almost there to get, but the pikemen are coming. They're coming. Yeah, Mike will be so good. It's the second stable at least.
He should get a castle, I think.
All the Shvamshas got cancelled because of because I made camel riders. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, nice on the stone. And
Yeah,
pikes
knights
on
and
the stone.
pikes. Man at arms as well. Or was that longsword? It's hard to tell. Man at
There's
arms.
that single man at arm that survived from the earlier rush,
It's
getting
not
some
like that. No, it's
value.
not. One of them got killed by an archer. The south. It's a different one that was in the base. I think the
Oh,
whole
is it a new
time.
one?
It was one that was.
Oh no, what is that castle spot?
It's not. Well,
Blue!
also. Broadway ran straight under that TC without it being garrisoned. So now we have knights and pikes in the back of the eco.
Oh, this is over, man.
It's
What
not
does that
over
castle
because Gujaras
defend?
are Gujaras are Gujaras. I don't think it's ever going to be over with the Gujaras for a while unless it actually starts losing vills. And
I don't know, man.
we've seen 7 deaths, I guess, but I feel like it's still the eco lead is still for blue player. And that's all you really need for Gujaras. The eco lead, and now you can make chakrams. Chakrams kill mangonels as well quite effectively if you mic with them correctly. And that number of camels, it's such a good number of camels. What, 12 camels as well? That can kill a pikeman. It's just the
10
one
on food,
pikeman,
though.
it can kill it.
10 on food for blue, 23 for orange.
Yes.
I just don't see how blue recovers. I don't
No
think you can
armor
get the
as
army on
well.
the field.
There's no armor on any of Blue's units.
No. Yeah, doesn't have any upgrades. Doesn't have bow saw.
We see aggressive vills coming, but a very aggressive siege workshop. But sort of maybe thinking about cancelling that border, dude. I think there's a bit too many camels there to justify that.
I love that sort of siege workshop. That's a proper hopsy throw the game siege workshop.
Look,
I always play siege
we see the
workshops like that.
mangonels going down at least. A shame that the camels aren't engaging the knight because they'll fare much better than against the pikemen. Where's the market? We need a market quickly. Someone build a market.
This over. It is completely over. 0 on food for blue player.
Yeah, it was a chance
he's
at
got
salvaging
nothing.
it, but yeah, it was probably letting the knights come under the TC at the start while the castle's being built, and then just not being sensible with the unit engagements, like sending camels to kill the pikes rather than the knights. Because the pikes can't attack anything really. They can't kill vills easily. They can't kill castles for sure. We see Cavalier in for border dude, so they might trade well against a Gujara camo now, especially with +1/+1.
This pressure from board dude man is beautiful. Like
Yeah.
he's barely got any floating resources. He's got about 500 floating wood, but spending all his food, spending all his gold, 1 TC. I absolutely love Burgundian 1 TC plays because you've still got such a strong eco behind from all of the
Oof.
earlier upgrades.
That castle with a mangonel just sitting there to the left and now it's noticed it. Oof, that's the castle now.
This
That's
could be
GG,
it. This
isn't
could
it?
be it.
Okay,
Oh no, the mango gets sniped
by one
that
chakram.
chakram.
I wonder did he delete that? But there's no TCs and garrisons, so the chakram can't kill a cavalier particularly quickly. Okay, now the market's up. We saw market abuse like hell, so now blue player can afford nothing. Camels,
I feel like
okay.
if you're blue, at some point you look at your Vil count, you see it's 34, and then you realise you need to tap out. And then like usually when I'm in situations like this, there's a period of time where you're like desperately trying to defend, and then you find time to look at your Vil count, you're like, right, no, okay, I'm
And when the
dead.
blue's seen the score, I mean, there's only like 800, 700 different, that's because there's castles up, and that gives you a lot of score.
Yeah, castles.
And we see
Exactly.
Kshatriyas, which is, I mean, it's food discount, but you can't make them
I mean,
free,
you really need that
unfortunately.
food discount with 2 on food.
Unfortunately,
Maybe
you
he
can't
thinks
discount
that
them
the
that
food
much.
discount is 100%.
Oh, we see +2 come in, husbandry come in, and light cav upgrade come in. I think the border is just going to finish us off with, just going to die of the TCs, maybe even die of the castles at this rate.
I think if you board a dude, you just need to send in a 105. Send in a 105, get yourself to imp, and just finish it with traps or bombard cannons, whatever.
I mean, Blue's also idled 50% of their eco every time they see a cavalier run ever so dangerously close to them. Because they have to be honest, because the cavaliers will kill all the vills.
Last gasp attempt to finish
Oh, I
this castle.
couldn't even
I think
house wall
the
the cavalier out. The cavalier saw it in time. Oof. That's tough. Yeah, GG's called.
Surely over now. GG, yeah.
Blue player lost again with the Gujaras. It's just not there. They're such a good. They're such a
Gujaras
better
are
Dark
shit.
Age.
Gujaras are shit, confirmed. They
I think
can't win. They're shit.
And also noticing in the Civ draft, Gujaras were only picked as Blue's second favorite Civ, so no one in the draft picked them in their only one person picked, only Kerner picked them in their top like lot, I believe. I think it was only someone. I think it was Kerner picked them in their top pick, and then no one else did. And then Blue picked them in second pick and got them. So maybe this just Gujaras just aren't the favourite Civ anymore. This
Yeah, I mean, I hate to heap credit on King Boo, but he did call it in advance of this tournament. He was like, "Look, I don't think Kajara is going to be all that great in this tournament. I think they're underwhelming on the majority of the maps." And I think some big Land Madness victories aside, he's been proven right. Kajara's outside of Land Madness and a little bit of Hyper Random have just not done very well, and they've been found out a little bit against infantry civs and
I
infantry
think the
strategies.
the patch, the crossbow patch, may have actually been enough. That reduction in bonus damage by 10% may be enough to put them make them less even less favored on some of the maps even further. Obviously,
Yeah,
ever like
maybe.
saying it wasn't that much of a nerf, but I think it might just be enough just to tip the edges. Like they cut Burgundian Cavalry wreck them. Burgundian Knights wreck the Gujaras a bit more effectively than they would have done before the patch when people were drafting the Sims.
Yeah, what was it? 50 down to 40.
Yeah,
The camel mounted unit bonus damage,
yeah.
yeah. And then didn't they also like nerf the way that Shravamsha's dodge projectiles?
The Zamsha's recharge bar takes longer to charge up.
For the dodging, yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like that was a big deal. Because I feel like in the early patch when Gujaras were completely broken, if Shravamshas were in your eco, you couldn't clear it up because your
yeah,
TCs would just be missing all the time.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
Just little things like that. Just maybe just. I mean, you're right. Also, you're right with what Boo said that this and Hyper Random are the only real maps that Gujaras benefit, and Hyper Random could be anything, and maybe some Hyper Random gens don't suit Gujaras at all either because it could be a bit too watery, for example, or something like that.
Yeah, Explore, we were actually mentioning that game. So, yeah, before we started with this game, we were talking about all of the big defeats that Gujaras have had in the finals and semi-finals of this tournament. And yeah, we did mention your game against Zark. Well played, by the way, in that one. Very well
I
done.
almost lost against Lawler against Bohemians and Lead Madness as Gujaras. I got castle dropped, and it was so touching. It was such a good game, and a shame that it was before the most recent patch, the Halloween patch, because it couldn't be cast because it was such a good game. I was pushed right to the back of my eco. The end, Shatcom just beats Hal Hoofnitsa. Who thought that? Who thought Shatcom could beat on its own just beat Hal Hoofnitsa?
I mean, I would not have thought that. I would have thought that the
Well,
Hoofneats would
I think it was
even
bombarded a
threaten
lot of
it.
the time. It was bombarded a lot of the time, but I just it was just a massive deal with micro. I had to just make sure I was micro in the shot comes up. Probably the highest APM game I ever had because I don't have a lot. I don't high APM as a player.
Yeah, yeah. I'm too old
I
to have
mean, I say it
APM.
was just that I did raid into Death of Amateurs at the same time. I killed all his villagers, and then he realized he had no, and then the elephant his castle's down. And it was such a slog there. I was on the back foot for most of all of Castle Edge on the back foot. He did castle after castle after castle.
Are
But
you
yeah,
ready for game three?
um, very much no. I'm gonna load it. Actually, no, overlay first. Overlay is always a good idea.
Cool. In which case, I'm going to grab another gin. But I can reveal it is a matchup that I predicted before the start of the
What is the
set, so
map?
I'm
You can
very pleased with
tell me the
myself.
map first.
It's Wandering Warriors Nomad,
Nomad, so
Spanish versus
Spanish,
Lithuanian.
and yeah, I mean Spanish is what I was expecting for one of the sides, and that was it blue plays home map, and that's expected because of how unmuddy Border Dude's draft is. We saw before. Let's bring that up for a second. How unnomading. Why am I checking Discord? Okay, I checked Discord while Hopsy gets a drink. Why am I checking in Discord? Is it a Siege Tower Discord? What are you doing, Jewel? What have you done to the server? Oh, you made the fan art. Ellen, they made the fan art. Oh, that's cute. thanks, Joel. I don't know why, because I'm an admin in the service. Like weird like nitro stuff popped up. Like, what have you done to it? What's happened to it? Yeah, well.
I am back.
And sorry, I'm just looking at the Siege Tower Discord, and then they made a cute little fan art of my bear with image. I don't know if
Oh,
you're in the Siege
nice.
Tower Discord, but
I am not.
what did Ellen do? And then they got a message deleted by the mods. Not by auto moderator. Nightbot deleted one of. Oh, you spammed capitals. I don't know how to change that. I need to change that. I forgot last time to change the spamming of symbols. Okay, we ready? Let's reveal the first match. It's already been revealed to be Lith Spanish, and we sort of half given why Lith there. But do you want to go in a bit more detail now we're in the game? Whoops. Now we're in
Yeah,
the game.
absolutely.
Once you
Play
started,
in
obviously.
three, two,
Wait, what second are you
one.
on? What second are you on? Sorry.
I'll just go now. Yeah.
Yeah, go.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Why Lithuanians? Let's go, because we discussed it earlier. We know that everyone knows that Spanish is the best Nomad civ. It's picked, was it 200 times more than average on Nomad from the recent site? It was something like 8 times. It was some massive amount of number of times picked. But why Lithuanians?
Yeah, well, when you think about good Nomad civs, you tend to be thinking about early eco bonuses, and Lithuanians are the kings of early eco bonus. Extra 150 food means that they can delay going to food with their villages, they can send more to wood, that allows them to dock earlier, that allows them to keep that dock producing fishing ships, and allows them a quick uptime to contest water effectively. Also, their land options are pretty good. In particular, against Spanish, they have faster moving skirmishers, which is the natural counter to the conquistador, i.e., what Spanish will want to go for. So it's a nice counter pick, and I think that Border Dude Man will be fairly happy with his civ choice on Blue Player's home map.
We see some chat here. Boydude Man's saying that they've seen Blue Player, but the scouting doesn't indicate they have. But they accurately flared a Blue Player, so it's such a weird sort of. How did he work that out?
I think some cows passed each other, maybe something like that.
Well, if you look at his scouting, like Fog of War, he has no idea where Blue plays, but he accurately pinned it. So I'm not sure how that worked.
Let's see there. See if we can work it out.
He's only just scouting it now, but yeah, he accurately. I don't know if it was just like process elimination. It was such a weird, like fortuitous, lucky guess. I was 100% correct.
Yeah, very interesting.
So yeah, you're right. We see the Lithuanian dock first, Spanish dock quick behind, docking the middle pond. Do you think that'd be a good strat or a bad strat for Spanish?
For Spanish, very good. Because for Spanish, you don't really want to be contesting water. You just want safe fish to get yourself to Castle Age as quick as you can, and to, if they're still alive by then, sustain conquistador production.
Yep.
So fish safe and out of the way, very good news for our Spanish player.
Yep, indeed. And sorry, that was very good scouting of that area as well by Blue to realise that that was a pond. It's not like an inlet. It's 100% a pond. Some 100% safe. Also beating the Lithuanians out for fishing ship as well. You're saying that Lithuanians can get the extra dock because of extra wood, but Blue players getting that out early and sort of more of a classic Nomad is send everything to wood to get the first fishing ship out, and then send everything to food to get your villagers out, and sort of panic after that. That's sort of how I play Nomad. Get the fishing ship out first, so immediately, and then think about vills later.
Yeah, I mean, as a consequence of that, he has had 22 seconds of TC idle time, which more than makes up for getting the fishing ship out earlier. So I think that Border Dude is around about half of an economic unit ahead at the moment. So, yeah, I think the Lithuanian player will definitely be happy with their start so far.
As well as the early loom as well, that's more villager. Less villagers going into work, having to get the early loom to compensate for that.
Yeah, completely. Although Border Dude is about to get housed at 15 pop.
That's why I say Huns. Everyone gets housed at Nomad.
Yeah, Border Dude has noticed, but he is straight away housed. So a little bit of idle time there while this house gets built. But it's dock idle time rather than TC idle time, so I mean we don't care as much about
Yeah,
dock
going
idle
for
time.
going for the loom now. Maybe a second house. Make a second house because you're going to get housed in what two more production cycles when you because that's dock and TC production. Okay, what about the map gens? Obviously, we've seen the TCs are fairly close to each other. How are you thinking about resources? Like both have gone by next to berries, which is interesting, but not much
So for
gold on border
Spanish,
dudes.
so for Spanish, your main concern is do they have safe stone? And I think that blue player is aware of the stone up to the northwest of their base,
Yeah.
and so that is going to be key for them. If they weren't aware of that, it might be a bit of an issue because they might end up taking that forward stone and gold, which is obviously easily towerable by Border Dude.
Yeah, they have
I
one
feel
in
like Border
Narnia as
Dude
well.
will
In the far
be,
north, they can have that one. They can see that one in the far north as well. If they couldn't see the one in the west.
yeah. I feel like Border Dude will be a little bit unhappy. There are obviously golds and stones that he can see, none of them particularly close to the starting town centre, so I think he is going to feel quite exposed, especially with the possibility of being raided by Spanish conquistadors. I feel like if I were in Border Dude Man's position, I would be wanting to wall the choke points between these wood lines and the water, and these wood lines and the pond,
Yeah, but I was about to
just
bring
so
that
that
up as
if the
well.
Spanish player does come forwards, then the conquistadors can't do all that much, or you get a bit of time to react.
Yeah, Bordeaux has had very good scouting of the middle between their two bases yet. It sort of vaguely might know there's a pond, but doesn't know if there's an inlet or a pond yet. It hasn't scouted the northeast of the map yet. So maybe might not think about walling everything out, and that might give a lot of play for Spanish to run round and run ragged. And
And
also,
the other, I think,
yeah,
potentially bigger risk is that Board Dude Man might assume that blue player has docked the outside. And so they might get up to feudal and they might make pointless fire ships. And that would be an absolute disaster for them. That wasted investment.
okay, we're seeing cow scouts on the coast, so maybe they'll hopefully indicate eventually that border dude is that blue player is not ducking the outside, and I think they'll be successful as well. Will they get there in time? I'm not sure. I don't know if that cow in the southwest will make it to the far left west of the map, and that might be border dude going to fire ships a bit too early.
Yeah, it's a risk, certainly. Though in terms of the eco balance, it doesn't look like that's what they're going for. They've still got lots of bills on food, so they haven't transferred to wood, they haven't made a mining camp, they haven't made a second dock.
Well, they have made a mining camp at least. That has come in.
Oh yes, they have, yeah. Ooh, so I think it's FC though. Looking at the Ville sort of spread, I think this must be FC, right?
Yeah,
He's gonna go
what 20,
blacksmith.
27 eco as an FC.
Oh
Yeah,
no, second dock, it's fires.
oh no, oh no. And also, the thing about if you wall the centre, that blue player could just send fire ships from the lake and burn the walls down if need be. So even they're not like even walling to the edge of the water isn't the perfect scenario against the Spanish. I've had that before. I've tried a wall of the Spanish and they just sent fire ships into where the walls were and just burn them all down.
Yeah, you need stone walls on the edge really, and it takes a while for fire ships to get rid of them. But yeah, you're right. If you don't have water control, then those walls can be a problem.
I don't think I've beaten Spanish on Nomad before on 1v1. Mostly just Superdraft games I've played against Spanish. I don't think I've played much Nomad outside of Superdraft, to be honest.
Yeah, I play in Paradox's Nomad Wars League. I've done so for every season, and I had a game on a map called Uplift Nomad the other day, which is a little bit like Land Nomad, and I was able to counterpick against the Spanish with Berbers and Camel Archers, beat Conquistadors. So that was my method there. But I agree, they are absolutely beastly on Nomad for
I
the
have
Spanish.
cast Saracens v Spanish, and Saracens Mamelukes also counter conks.
Wait, did you cast my game there? Because I lost to Mamelukes in this tournament.
Yeah, that was your game. Yes, yes, you lost against. Yeah, I cast outside. You casted you, of course, and I casted
Yeah,
you and lost
yeah.
against the Saracens.
Oh yeah, full frickin' disaster. And in the final that I'm playing next week against Barenthas, he's got bloody Spanish as well. Not sorry, he's got Saracens as well, so he might do exactly the same.
Maybe you have to make
So
him burn that on an earlier map, hopefully.
he has Malians too, so I think it will be Spanish versus Malians, which I mean
Okay.
to be honest, that's also not a matchup that I'm massively enthused about. I think yeah, at least I don't die to Mamluks again.
Yeah. We see a bit of a wall going for Bordeaux. Bordeaux definitely likes their big walls because we didn't see many small walls from them in previous maps. They're definitely a proponent of big walls.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fairly safe big walls. One in, 2 goals, 1 stones, and things. So that's not terrible. It's going to last them for a while. I would have liked to maybe up to that house in the north, to Blue's dock almost, because that would have been capturing even more resources. But I can see why he's gone a bit safer.
I know this is a surprise to no one, but just to confirm, it is Castle Drop Conks from Blue. You can see the number of villagers on stone.
What's interesting, we have a Lithuanian dock in the centre. They've docked the centre, so there's a third dock, and I'm making fireships out of that one instead. So I don't think they make any fireships on the outside in the end. I think they may have scouted the Spanish dock in the centre
They
beforehand.
found it. That's really
Just
good
in time, I
scouting.
think, because I think that second dock is actually really good for redocking, because Bordeaux did pick the edge of the map to sort of set up.
That could win them the game. If that delays Blue's conch production, yeah, that could win them the game. That play. By the way, what do you think to Blue player building a barracks? I assume that it's so that they can build a stable and get bloodlines, but I think it's way too early.
I think it's not because they haven't got enough stone to build a castle yet. I feel like maybe, but depends. Maybe they're expecting. When did they build the barracks? I don't even know when they built the barracks. To be honest, was
On
it
the way up,
on the
they
way
don't have enough wood for a stable.
No, it's only
And
3 on wood.
they're
It's
now
way too
building the
few.
castle quite defensively, which I'm not necessarily sure was needed, although I guess they saw that border dudes up. I think blue player is really going to struggle here. They're really far behind in eco, and
They could dock the south if need be, and then just maybe like get some extra fish while Bordeaux is busy in the middle.
they don't have the wood though. 3 on wood.
Oh, true.
Eco
Yes,
balance
no
is
on
totally
wood,
out
yeah.
of whack. I think they're just going to have to go like as
Would-
all in as they can with conks, like get the armor upgrades. But I mean, Border Dude's got defensive monastery. He's got walls. I think honestly he's gonna be fine. A couple of monks in defense and
Yeah, no range, yeah. So think about monks rather than skirm. Not many relics though. There's only going to be one that Border is safely guaranteed in their base. Whether they'll hunt out for more.
he can see
Unlikely.
another one. He can see another one in the north near Blue's dock.
Yeah, there's one near
So I
Blue's
think
dock.
he'll go out for that.
But obviously the one under the castle is a bit too risky to take right now. a bit
Somewhat,
risky.
yeah.
Oh, he's out.
Somewhat.
Oh no, Border's outpost the entire west. You can see 2 relics in the west as well, and a stable in the far west. A sneaky stable in the west.
Sneaky stable.
Oh, I love
wow.
it. That's the dockville as well. Just gone outpost, stable.
And the knights when they come are gonna have that extra attack as well from the relic, which is great for them.
Also stone as well for Border, so we're going to see a defensive castle maybe, and some maybe Leechii, but I'm not 100% sure.
Second TC as well coming up in the north of the map. This is looking really nice for our orange player, and I love the stone wall on the coast.
Yeah. Where's the stone wall on the coast? Oh, there it is. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
just
so
in
they
case.
can't easily be destroyed by a fire ship. Yeah.
Where are the conks? Okay, the conks are wandering. They found the wall in the east where the TC is. So that's, if they break through, that TC is going to be denied. But I don't think they're going to bother in the end. I'm not sure why they aren't bothering, because that's a perfect thing to break through. But there's going to be a stone wall up there.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Do you think
It
they're going
looks
to go
like
for the
they
fish
want to go
instead?
have a look at the fish.
Yeah.
Not.
Where are the knights? Oh, they're in the stables. Okay, they haven't made out, but Blue Play's also making double stable monastery. So definitely thinking about some counter knight play in return. You wouldn't do that just for bloodlines, would you? Make 2 stables.
Oh my god, Blue has scouted the stables with the monk.
Oh, and that one's got the relic at the same time. I mean, that's very
The
sneaky.
monk's gonna
No, it's gonna
die.
die. It's gonna
He
die.
dropped the relic, but no, too little, too late.
I think I'm a bit behind you, but I don't
Uh,
mind.
this is really bad for Blue. He's gonna lose a lot of vills here.
That TC hasn't gone
Oh,
up yet
what?
in the east yet. The wall, I did just about see the wall. Ah, the game's broke. No.
I was about to say, yeah.
Not again.
Damn it!
We'll go back to the YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're back. Yep, let's close capture. I'm actually going to exit that. I'm going to go through the role play time while I don't hear. You find what time we need to go to. 23 minutes on the clock. And I'll
Yeah,
get
it's
things.
at like 23:59,
Okay, that's
isn't it?
sorted.
It is.
OBS window capture, wrong one. That one. Yeah, there we go. It's a shame, but we have this resource. That's the Gajaro game, isn't it? Unfortunately, we also get to see the time of
Yeah,
the
try 1:19:40 if you can.
Okay, let me get there. I'm at 32, so I'll just go for 8 seconds and I'll pause.
Yeah.
We get to see that lovely quick call there. Well, it wasn't particularly quick; it was quite slow. But now I'm at 40. So 3, 2,
2, 1.
go. So we have Blue's point of view again. We'll see what the conks are up to. It doesn't look good for Blue generally. The monk's going down. The right hasn't quite been taken, but at least he's seen the forge stables. Well, side stables. Hopsy, are you around? Lost a co-caster.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, you're here.
Sorry. I was just thinking about the game and wondering what I would do in Blue's position. It's so difficult because they've got that monk defense set up, and you're behind in economy. I think that probably the first thing I'd want to do is try and wall in these stables. It's a waste of the conquistadors' time to be sat there trying to destroy them. But if you keep a few units around while you wall them in,
What about
then
redemption?
they can't do anything.
It's a bit of a gold cost you can't afford, but that would be a nice play against Sabres as well, just to convert them. But bit far in advance.
Yeah, I guess in a little bit two minds, isn't it? Because they also made a ram to knock them down.
We see a
coming
dock
forward from
though.
Orange.
Technically a safe dock, I remember, because Bordeaux last time I checked, Bordeaux doesn't have any efficient fire ships on the outside water yet.
Yeah. What do you think to Orange's outposts?
I mean, I love outposts.
They're incredible, aren't they?
They're getting a bit brazen now. Unfortunately, the outpost bill is now going to die after his monumental efforts trying to build a siege.
You must see the whole map.
Yeah.
If
you can't see what he sees, the middle bit near the pond, I think is what you can't see when last time I checked his point of view on capture age. It'd be absolutely incredible. And now the ram also died because the conks had to run away.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy that I think could have kept units around to kill any
Nice
knights
conversion on that knight though. That was nice and cheeky.
That is good. That is good.
But that TC is not safe for all those outposts there.
Exactly. The irritating thing for Blue is whenever they expand, Orange is going to see exactly where they're expanding to and with how many villages.
As well, yeah. And probably has quite a few knights around. We don't know how their home base is doing, whether they have knights, whether they have Lachia, and they could have some military in the round which you can just run around and snipe. He is killing the outposts though. He's targeting with the Conks and Knight.
Is that the plural of Latus, by the way?
Yeah,
Latiai.
it is. Latiai is the plural of Latus.
Okay. Does that mean that Latus is not actually pronounced Latus?
I think it is. It's just Latiai is
It
spelled
is.
very differently.
Really?
It's like
Wow. Okay.
Leiciai.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Slavic plurals get weird quite quickly. Well, I mean, Borderdoom had a fire ship in the outside, so he's actually seen the dock. He also saw the dock as well. Oh my God! Blue player tried to be a TC right where Borderdoom's TC is. That's
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
It's the dream TC spot. I mean, why wouldn't you build a
But
TC
it's only
there?
one Vil TC, so it might be denied by those Vils. Even before Supremacy comes in, those Vils become beasts.
Even before supremacy comes in. Yeah, I mean, we live in hope. I don't think it will happen.
Unfortunately, that ram died, but I think getting rid of those 4 stables is probably worth those 2 rams, to be honest. Even if they did die for the cause. The score's evened up a bit. I think like
Castle
there's a castle
drop.
coming somewhere. And there's no conks in the reason. He's busy market abusing to see it. What's he do? Do you want to build markets or do you want to? He's gone he's gone too boomy in his castle drop. Oh, he's building a counter castle. That's
Oh
gonna be
my god.
beaten. There's all those
Yeah,
monks. Those monks
even
can
with
deny
Spanish
it.
builders,
Those monks
like
will
the
deny
Lithuanian
it.
players sent the barn here. This is GG. This is GG.
Delete. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's 100% GG. You just have to be very quick about what you do here. Depends how quickly Bordeaux's going up to Imp. If Bordeaux's on the way to Imp, then it is GG. But I think now you just have to pick up your losses, and there's not going to be a fletching. It's not going to have any fletching in that castle. It's not. It might have fletching, but I don't think it's going to have bodkin or anything. It's going to be dealable for now, at least.
I hate that castle from blue because he's so far away from Imp. I'm not really sure what it gets you. I think it just gets Treb down.
Yeah. He's going to ram it down. He's going to make petardo. I'm not 100% sure, but he needs to do something with his vills. And he's gone for like full boom, but he's only got 44 vills. It's very late to boom back up from that.
Yeah, 800 score difference as well. And bearing in mind, blue player's got 2 castles up, which will boost the score, and
I wonder
a
if
few relics,
Borderdude went
which will
up to
boost
Imp
the
a
score.
while ago and lost that score because it was very close before the castle drop. So I wonder if Borderdude clicked Imp, but dropped a castle to go Trebs.
Could be. Yeah,
Oh
I
no, that
wouldn't be
TC got
surprised.
cleared.
Yeah, God, Ville's dying all over the place. I think probably if you're blue, you GG when orange hits Imp.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not 100% sure what Borderdude's doing, but we saw that second TC a while ago in the Far East. He's probably got a second one on stone, I imagine, to get that castle up. And he's got that one in the north which got denied, so I think he's well in the way of making lots of vills and lots of eco, and all the safe fishing eco in the world.
He sees the whole map, he controls the whole map. Like you say, he controls the water as well. I think it's a matter of time. And yeah, Lithuanians can't pick to Spanish. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I mean, on Keldum he didn't have Lithuanians available at the moment because he already used it in like low tile or something like another map which Lithuanians are really good at. So burning that here is gonna be interesting if he's going to burn Lithuanians for future maps.
Don't both of these players are the players with Lithuanians though, right?
Yep. So
was Keldum the other player with Spanish?
Keldum beat Borderdude with Koreans against Cumans because Borderdude had no civs to play Nomad as.
Humans on Nomad, yikes!
Against Koreans, it wasn't good. But now Borderdude saved Lithuanians for this map. But then Lithuanians kind of picked on Low Tide or I guess whatever maps, Fosse, but I don't know. Low Tide was a good Lithuanian map in general, so that's usually when I usually see Lithuanians on. More than Nomad.
Yeah, Lithuanians are pretty beastly on most of the maps in this pool, to be fair.
And hyper random as well, so it'd be interesting to see what map blue player picks their Lithuanians for.
So Imp is in. Do we see the GG?
No. I tend to want to resign when I see the first trebs, because sometimes people don't like to make trebs particularly quickly if their eco's a bit tight, just in case. But I don't. Imp's coming up for blue players. He's got 2 minutes of survival. Will we see how many trebs will we see up? One castle trebs wouldn't do that much. He's got enough stone to and enough on stone to keep that repairing. We see a treb.
Yeah, he probably thinks that he can repair until he gets to Imp. And then when he gets to Imp, he's got 2 castle production versus 1.
Yeah.
But what he's forgetting is he doesn't have the eco to consistently produce trebuchets
Does he
from
have
2 castles.
horse collar yet? I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that eco upgrades are lacking. He's far behind on all fronts.
I apologise if this
GG
is a bit a bit grainy for those viewers on the stream. I don't think this is the best pixel I could do, but I don't want to accidentally. This is the one that's auto-selected, so I don't want to accidentally pick too high.
I think also it's because we're watching a YouTube vid, right? So we're seeing blue players' frames.
Oh, true. Yeah, we've seen it. Yeah, it's doubled. It's a YouTube copy of Age of Empires 2. So it's going to have it, and I'm streaming on ABS. It's going to be multiple layers of degrading.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the main reason why it doesn't look great. Like when we were on Capture Age for Game 2, I think it was fine.
Yeah. It's more because it's a bit difficult to see some things for me just looking on full screen on YouTube. Let alone people on stream might have more troubles. Okay, we see so many trebs. Yeah, blue border knows what the game is at. Make trebs quickly as possible, because well, what can blue player do? Without castles, you can't make conks.
What I've noticed about blue players in this game and the game before, they have played on till they have absolutely definitely lost. Not just until they've lost, until they've absolutely definitely lost.
Yeah.
So I think that we might be in for some long games in this set.
I'm similar vibes. I think there's always a chance. You've seen like my optimism when blues in there's ways that you could get it back. I'm usually optimistic on people surviving.
Oh yeah, I remember. I think did I cast a game between you and Beekeeper on? I think it was on Nomad, where you were like dead for ages.
It was Vietnamese versus Poles, and I got castle denied, in which like there's a chance if I kill all the crossbows and mangonels with my knights, I have a chance that I can pull back. And then as soon as I saw the first trap, and then I resigned.
I think I called GG on like 18 minutes, and then you played on until like 42 minutes, being dead all the way through.
Yeah. Well, the reason I lost because I got my castle two castles got denied. I'm like, that's only 2 castles denied. If I get some defensive castles. I know the monks. The monks are insane. Oh, his GG's called too much micro. Yeah. Okay, that's a Nomad game 2. That was blue player's home map, and with a favoured Civ, and Boilerdew sort of absolutely creamed him on it.
Yeah.
I'll keep the stream open, see if we see any like wandering around the map, see how much Boilerdew boomed behind it. We didn't see any military apart from monks in the end. The knights were just for being annoying. We didn't see any sort of knights made from home or Leichai from any castles. Okay, there's a castle in the north there. That's lots of TCs. Thanks, Blue. Stream sniper here, Blue, helping with the thing. So yeah, I'll pause it and we'll go back to Capture Age.
Yeah, we will.
I can put a score on for Border Dude here, why? Because I still have the old Capture Age open. I'll do an overlay because I have an overlay. Game 4 is going to be Le Grand Fossé. And let's bring.
Yes.
I'll pause it. I'm not going to reveal the civs yet. I'm going to pause it. As blue player's home map is Fossé. Let's load the thing up. I'm actually going to, now we've got a few games again, we're going to delete some of the civs that have been picked. So we've had Cumans in game 1, Burgundians in game 2, Lithuanians in game 3, Franks in game 1, Gujaras in game 2, Spanish in game 3. So, Fossé, Poles is a good Fossé civ. Do you disagree with that?
I don't disagree with that.
I've had better
I
luck with
also
Sicilians
think that
personally than Poles. They're both things I drafted. I've had better luck with Sicilians than Fosse, but Poles is a good clear. If you can play it right, it doesn't do you any harm.
yeah, I think the men at arms towers with poles is very, very dangerous on this map. You've got obviously stone access close to your TC, which gives you additional gold. The only thing with poles, right, is there isn't all that much farm space that's like easy to access, which does nerf your fork bonus down a little bit. But it's slow build up. You can apply some good pressure. You can get your castle up, go select to privileges. It's really nice.
Yeah.
However, I don't think that they're the best civ on this map. I do think that the best civ on this map is either Chinese or Mayans, and Mayans is in Bordeaux's draft.
I don't really rate archer civs on this map because you just put three towers in your three defend in your right side, your left side, and your wood, and then you're safe from archer play for the entirety of feudal. That's why I don't really love archer play on this map. And poles are something that can drop lots of towers very nicely defensively.
Maybe. I would say that there's two things about Mayans. Number one is, getting loom early allows for laming opportunities, which is really useful on this map, and also means you can take your boars safely. Really useful on this map. And then beyond that, you've got the longer lasting resources in your base, which
Oh,
means that
true.
you can delay
That's a
it
good
going to the
bonus.
corners to clear up the chieftains and the legions. And you don't necessarily need to go feudal archer pressure with mines, right? You can go macro your way to Castle Age and push with Eagles and Siege. So I'm a huge fan of mines on this map. I think they're
True,
really good.
yeah, that's good points. Yeah, I hope we don't see feudal archer play because, as I said, it's very easy, especially for civ like poles. It's very easy to deny feudal archer play. So hopefully we see some of the fast castle mines into pure eagle siege. That'd be a lovely thing to see. Yeah, archer play. Yeah, I beat Lawler. He went Britons. I went Sicilians. I just dungeon defensed into raiding to death. So I sort of defense, and also I've seen lots of games cast where people just put towers and the archers like, what do I do? I have these 10 archers, I don't know what to do. I think it was Mayans or Aztecs, something like that. It was some sort of Central American civ, maybe Incas, who like made like a bunch of archers. They couldn't do anything, didn't know what to do with them, died in early Castle Age.
Hmm.
The other played just fast castle. I think it was some sort of like fast castle civ, like fast castle either Khmer or something like that, and just like mine the stone to make towers, gone to fast castle, just wrecked in the Castle Age. But let's reveal it. We have Poles Mayans. We were 100% right with our picks here. Oop, are you ready to play?
Yeah, let me know when.
I'm on 4 seconds in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hmm.
So yeah, Mayans have to get loom early because they get the extra reveal start. Building interesting houses. I don't like. It's a lot of walking distance to build those houses with what to do just to make sure they're out of the way.
They had a bit of a disaster start as well. 7 seconds of TC idle time before they remembered they should have got Loom.
Did they forget they were
So
Mayans?
definitely feeling the pressure here in this set is Border Dude Man, our Mayan player.
We've all been there as pick Mayans and forgot we were Mayans.
The big one for me is picking Huns and trying to build a house at the
True.
start. That happens to me all the
Oh yeah,
time.
like why? Because my house hotkey is Q for building a building and Q for owning a house. So like, why isn't this working? What's it doing? What is your house hotkey? Obviously, while we're here,
Yeah,
while we're waiting.
QQ, yeah. I started playing Age of Empires when DE came out, so I've got all the DE standardized hotkeys
I
like
changed a
total
lot of them.
noob.
I've made it so that everything has its own. Every building has its own hotkey. So I don't have to click W to build military buildings or Q to build civilian buildings. Everything has its own hotkey.
I think that's the next change I need to make to mine.
It's
Like,
not nice.
I need
Like
to make it single click for house,
yeah.
farm, palisade wall, and maybe military buildings as well. But I think I'll be starting with house farm and palisade wall.
Yeah, Z is my palisade wall, but gate is Z gate is palisade gate is shift Z for me, so I'm making sure like J is stone wall and shift J is stone gate. So not particularly optimized rings, but they're all different. I all know what they all do.
That has to be really awkward for the gates, because what do you
Well,
use
no,
to
so
rotate?
X, sorry. It's control is rotate, shift is to place. Shift is to place the game, control is to rotate.
Okay, so that's kind of fine.
So
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
three
I can
fingers on
do
the
them
keyboard
separately.
for
It's
placing a
not
gate.
three fingers because once I've clicked Shift X to build it's X rather than Z. Once I've shift X to build a
Yeah,
gate,
okay,
it's
yeah.
already there. Then I can do Control X to rotate it. But I'm not a particularly quick gater. It's definitely not for quick gating that strat, unfortunately. I always forget that Control means rotate, so I always forget about that. Anyway, we see some ball luring. We see Balladoo deleting the palisade wall. How do you feel about that? Because I don't like that strat, to be honest.
You also missed a Vil loss. So the eagle killed a Vil in blue player's woodline, and the eagle lost their lives in process.
Okay, I sort of half saw it, but I thought that was I thought that was a tree, but I guess it was a tree, but also orange in the corner. Well, good spot.
No, eagle is dead. So to be honest, I delete my walls on this map.
Okay, I just go through the gate because it's a good enough timing to match, and you don't lose too much life if you just go through the gate.
For me, because I know that I'm going to wall to my wood lines anyway, I just like to be safe and delete the walls. Feels counterintuitive, but I feel like it's a safer look if you delete the walls.
I think Balladoo's thankful he's got Loom because that villa's almost died trying to get that ball in because it just decided to wait for the ball to catch up 3 times.
Yeah.
It's very close.
The deleting wall strategy being unsuccessful.
I mean, wasn't it? Yeah, because you have to like micro your Vil so you don't go through the gate, which means you have to make one micro point, then another micro point back, another micro point at the TC. It's sort of a zigzag line you have to choose.
Yeah, Jill, do you use wheel down, wheel up for rotation? Yeah, I don't really understand why I don't do that.
I feel like sometimes I need to scroll and I will accidentally rotate. I guess I should make. I guess you can have it for both. I don't know what makes sense. I just don't know what to do for zooming in and out because I know people like to play that people disable that and just play at a fixed zoom. But sometimes I would like to zoom in and see what's up. Sometimes there's very few instances where I zoom in the games, but there's more. There's probably like one a game where I'd like to zoom in to see things.
I don't know, man. I feel like if I zoom, I can never get back to my original zoom, and it really pisses me off.
I'm just maxed out. Okay, game over. I just have maxed out zoom because I don't have the best resolution in the world. It's a laptop rather than a PC. Okay, we have another broken wreck. Let's go back to YouTube.
This
bug is so bad, and like they're
really
aware of it, but I don't know how they know how to fix it. To be honest,
the fact that it's coincided with Superdraft finals as well it's just really sucky for all involved.
I better stop the bugging while I'm here. Okay, that's unbugged. Okay, let's do that. Open this. There we go. That's technically working. Okay, it was 719. I bet 719. There we go. Okay, at 141.22.
Yeah, that's where I'm at as well.
So 3, 2, 1, go. We see. I think that's the downside of having the wall broken is that the blue scout's in the base.
Yeah, but I mean, what can they really do?
Well, they can take that sheep for a start.
Can they though?
Well, they've made it annoying.
Sorry, it looks like they have done. Yeah.
They've taken a sheep. You feel like you should always take your sheep when you're playing a game, just generally. It's going to be walled in, so it's going to be annoying to get out because obviously a house is going to be built. Okay, I mean I don't like Brupe's Folvark location. It's a bit too off center. Those ending fishermen are going to really have to walk.
That's the thing about poles on this map. Like every other aspect of the map really suits their bonuses, apart from this one, having to place forks in really awkward locations.
And I also think that blue paints houses the wrong place because you can build a house next to the TC as poles because you're not going to ever use it as farm space easily. So I feel like now there's a farm up against a Forvark where the berries are, so that's going to be another farm you can't place later on.
That's a really good thought. I think I've seen Vinchester do that, places initial houses next to the TC as poles, but it's just such a counterintuitive thing to do, right?
It's something I never do, but always like maybe because sometimes you want safe farming eco. You don't really. Yeah, some people build full Varks at 3 towns away anyway, so it's perfectly optimized to be next to town centre. That's like the ideal
I like
late
that.
full Vark production.
That.
But obviously your berries aren't. But that's when you're like in late game because obviously your berries are going to dictate where you place your buildings anywhere, and you're mailing TCs anywhere else. So yeah. It's more like when you build your second one, you want it to make it 3 towers within your TC, but also nerf buildings are very difficult if you're walling, because that's like a 9-tower radius. You can't build any buildings in next to your TC, which is a bit difficult to justify.
Border dudes up. What do you think's coming?
We see if an archer kills that scout. If an archer kills that scout, we know that archers are coming. Borders with an outpost again there. We liked it in the first game. I can't remember which side the stone's on, but I think it's the north side. Actually, I can see how I got captured to that. It is the south side. The south side is where the stone is. So Border is getting good vision of where the stone is.
How do we know it's archers?
I'm saying if we see an archer kill the scout, it'll be archers.
Right, okay.
Because that scout's currently walled in, but currently not dying. So if we see it get shot down, we know what he's going for. We think. I can have a quick look on the capture. What was Border's eco? It was none on gold as of minute 7. So I don't know if that helps anything, to be honest. Oops, sorry, I've gone to the wrong tab. Yeah, there was none on gold in minute 7. So.
Just a general observation I've seen about Border Dude's play is that he tends to float a lot of food. This is, I think, like 3rd game out of 4 where he's been floating too much food. Yeah, blue player. Yeah, he's floating too much food again, way more than he needs. And he did it in the Land Madness game, and he did it in the Hyper Random game.
Yeah. I'm not sort of like. I guess, yeah. I mean, it's sort of like almost like a Fast Castle sort of vibe, but sort of changed his mind halfway through. He wasn't. He didn't make any man at arms to the man at arm trush. He just went full trush, which means that what's that? What's that? How much food is that? 180, 280 food. He wasn't spending on man at arms.
Oh no, that's a really sad farm. Don't build that farm, Blue. Look at it. None of them. Tile away from the follow.
And that's still a collection. Forvac has a 4-tower range. It's still fine for a collection. It's just a bit more walking time.
What?
Forvacs have a 4-tower range. Yep, there's a 4-tower range, so you can place it 1 tile away. That's why it wasn't too.
Oh! You shitting me?
No, look when Blue clicks farms. It has a 4. You had the range mod, man. You need to put the range mod on.
It's cheating. It's cheating.
Because it shows you where the Forvark range is as well. It's 4 tiles, so you can always excuse if there's like a hill or a resource in the way.
Anyone who uses the range mod's cheating. Absolute cheats.
Those aren't good farms. Those ones he built next to TC. But the other that last one he built is in the Forvark collection range.
I never knew that you could place it a tile away.
Yeah.
That is like a complete revelation to me.
Now you know. That's why I haven't seen it just in casting.
I have literally been deleting and replacing farms because I put them a tile away from my forward by accident. Shit the bed. That's new information for sure.
The tower rush has failed though. The defensive tower, I mean, worked. And I'm surprised that Polish lose a tower war, because it's rare for them to lose a tower war, but they have.
Yeah, with the healing bills and stuff like that. Yeah.
Bordeaux definitely knew what was up. Already on stone, probably ready for making that tower wherever it needed to be. Outpost saw any sort of tower play. But you're right. We don't see any feudal archers, so I'm happy with that at the moment. No feudal archers yet.
This Polish eco though is just absolutely broken because it's been pretty shoddy macro, but he's going to be able to get to Castle Age really, really soon. Look at his resources.
Yeah. And not even a market yet. I'd like to market because he hasn't had any wood to do that.
I think he'll go blacksmith stable. Seems sensible.
Yeah, he's already got the stable up. No blacksmith there. Yes, he's not been able to connect to Castle Age yet, but he can now build a
I think
blacksmith.
it'll come. Yeah, it's coming now.
Yeah. I would like to see more villas. You're very close to Castle Age. You could just delete a villa and build up the Castle Age if you rushed it. Again, he's thinking about rushing. Do you know how long buildings take to build and factor in time with like your villa production speed, or do you just sort of wing it and hope? Because I know high relo people know how long things take.
I have a general idea that like a house takes as long to build as a villager, and the barracks you need to put up by the time you're 65% of the way to feudal if you're building with one vill for it to be up. But no, it's like I kind of do it by intuition.
Yeah, I'm sort of less than that. I only just recently know that a house was the same as a vill. I just sort of just hugely panicked and rushed it down.
House builds the same as a vill is really useful knowledge to have because you know you need to build a house when you're 2 pop away from being pop capped. In Dark Age.
Yeah. I usually do that anyway. I just thought that was just general vibes, not that it was perfectly timed. Yeah, okay, we don't see Borodude guarantee. There's blue player's going to take the stone quite nicely now, which is you don't really want to let Poles have the stone. It's never something you really want them to have because that's so many resources they're just going to get for free.
I'm not sure how I feel about that tower that blue is gonna actually.
Yeah, I think just wait a minute and build a town centre there. I think it'd be the easier play. Like those farms, to be honest. I don't need that much eco on one TC, one stable.
The other thing is you don't definitely know that your opponent is going archers. I mean, you might suspect it.
At this rate, they're not. At this point in time, I mean, they've already gone Castle. The Bordeaux's already up to Castle Age, so that feels like a siege play.
I think they're going Plumes or Pike Eagle. Feel like the 2 most likely things.
Still on fish. That's interesting. I thought usually you eat fish quite quickly, so I'm not sure what Bordeaux's been eating in the meantime.
Mind privilege, man. Resources just last forever.
Okay, there's eagle. Okay, there's barracks in the back. There's barracks in the back. There's eagles streaming through from the back.
Eagles are coming!
They're on the wrong side of the map, though. They need to be on the stone side. That would have changed the game. Take on the non-stone side.
I love this mod that blue players got for his stone walls. The small stone walls. Do you have that?
Oh yeah, they are. I don't really do much UI mods at all. I just do the fun mods.
That's cheeky. That is cheeky.
I do all the ones either the in-game mods like the range one, and then anything like. I use small trees as my only UI graphical mod. That's generally described to, which aren't just event mods.
I've only just noticed that he's used it for the palisade walls as well. He's got small.
Yeah, the baby walls. It's really helpful because I was playing a ranked game. I couldn't bloody repair a palisade wall because my vill was behind it.
Do you not just use the repair hotkey?
No.
You have a repair hotkey?
Yeah, so I just forget about that. I was like, I'm pressing Alt. I'm trying to hide through all these men at arms getting in my wall. I want to hide through them and do it. I managed to distract the men at arms so I could repair it. It was a bit of an effort. Yeah, I forget there's a repair hotkey. Usually I accidentally press it when I'm trying to build a lumber camp, I think, or mining camp. One of those. I usually accidentally press the repair hotkey because it's the same as building. It's E, mining camp's E for me. So. So Q and E, but if I accidentally press E too quickly, I'm repairing the building.
Blue player has got their usual problem of floating too much food and wanting to make knights and not having any gold. I'm getting the Land Madness Game 1 vibes. Yeah.
How well do you think knights are going to do against this number of eagles? I don't really know how knights. I sort of
badly. Yeah. The numbers advantage is just too much at the moment.
What does Protoss do against eagles?
If you can get a castle down and Schlachter, then the trades will not be good enough for the Eagles. What is that castle?
I mean, I wouldn't be against a castle down for Obo, and get 10
yeah,
goes for the Eagles.
or you could switch to Obuk. I guess the advantage of Obuk is they will also do fine against pikemen.
And also
but,
they just cost less gold, which is what Blue is having troubles collecting at the moment.
yeah, but once Schlachter privilege is in, the
True,
knights
actually
are
no,
free with gold.
yeah, I think Obuk is still cheaper than Tractor Knights. I can't 100%. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I have feelings that they're cheaper.
Potentially. What's the Schlachter privilege knight in gold cost? Is it 30?
It's 40% off, so
35?
it's 40% off, so it's 75 goes down to 40.
40, I guess. Yeah, 40-ish. Yeah.
Okay, the Eagles are in. They're in. Two knights weren't in the same control group. They're killing the monk. Will they get the monk?
Oh,
I think they
the
got the
addition
monk,
of the
yeah.
monk is clutch. Oh my! Oh, they got it. That is so unlucky.
Yeah.
The RNG.
I guess
The
because
monk edition is
I didn't see a
beautiful by
conversion, so
border.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the monk edition by border is beautiful. I hope he adds more.
I mean, you never really see mines
It's
going for
so tough
two
to
farm
start.
monks, but it is a good against knights. That's why I think Obuk is to play. Actually, just go light cav. Yeah, the blues mixing in light cav.
I think blue's
Well,
dead.
scout cav at the moment. Yeah,
Oh no!
if more
He's
eagles
left
come in,
me
it's
the
not
monk.
good. But the eagles are not being controlled particularly well.
No, they're not. They're not.
Oh, blue
Yeah, you're
needs a
right.
market as well. Blue needs a market.
Do you know Schlachter came in?
No, he can't afford it. He tried to castle and couldn't afford it. He doesn't have the gold to afford Schlachter.
Does he not
And
have
he's
a
called
market?
it.
Can you not sell his
No, he
wood?
doesn't. He doesn't have a market. He can't say. He needed a market.
Yeah. Oh
I think
dear.
that's been Blue's failing a lot of his game. He's just not had a market.
I think it's macro. It's macro in general, isn't it? Like floats
Yeah.
too much food, doesn't collect enough wood.
But then collects so much wood. He's got more wood than food now because he's just been focusing about collecting it. He's like panic and send everything on wood, but not dealt with that result of that. Not that he can really build many farms, but yeah, it's just.
Okay. I was right about the Schlachter Knight gold cost. It is 30 gold. It's
Is it 30?
60% off.
Oh, it's 60%
Yeah.
off. It only costs 40 what it used to. Okay, 40% of what it usually does. I thought it was 40% off and cost 60% what it should do. But yeah, okay, that's pretty good then. I think it might be similar price to an Obuk then. That I think Obuk's like either 30 or 25 gold. Okay.
25, I think. 65, 25, I think.
Okay, we'll pause that there. Hopefully, Capture Age go works for game 5. Okay, let me hide that. Bring that. Okay, back to Capture Range. So it's 3-1 to Border Dude so far, so he's getting a bit of a lead, and these are blue players, I would say, home maps. We don't have home maps here, but they're home maps enough. And game 5 is Low Tide. So, Low Tide Civs, what are your sort of vibes for Low Tide Civs?
Hindustanis are still around, aren't they?
Before you load it.
I'm still loading up the game.
It's
Remind me
Hindustanis,
what
Huns, or
left?
Tatars, so I don't really love Huns and Tatars here.
Huns, won't it?
It could be
Huns.
Huns. What else do we have? What's the other map? There's Monaco and there's Northern Isles.
Monaco will be Tatars, and then
Northern Isles. Northern Isles could be Huns.
Yeah, it could be. They're quite a nice landing sim, aren't they? And with the chaos, not needing to build houses, probably quite good.
I think I've seen Huns in Northern Isles before because of that, because they're not needing to build houses. And you start with a free hut, which doesn't make any difference. But you start with a free house, but you can't make use of it. But I have seen Huns on Northern Isles.
Yeah, so maybe Hindustanis then for Border Dude.
So blue players got Lithuanians still. Vikings are clear Northern Isles. If I ever saw one, if you have Vikings, I feel like you have to use it on. I mean, I have lost it on Monaco though, so potato.
Yeah, what else do they have?
Lithuanians, Vikings, and Vietnamese, which is a good nomad civ. The blue players got a lot of good nomad civs, unfortunately, and can't use them all in once.
Yeah, but he'll play Vietnamese on Monaco, right? Vietnamese
or Vikings are fairly similar because of their archer play, to be honest.
Yeah, Vikings is Northern Isles, like you said.
I guess we'll see Lith here because it's such a good low tide civ. But it might not beat Hindustanis though. I mean, Hindustanis they don't get knights, so what would you do? You just have to hope camels work. Okay, we'll load the game up. And it is Lilith in the slide. We're running out of options to predict now. We're sort of getting correct. Oops, I kept pressing again. Are you
I
ready to
think it's quite
start?
obvious what it'll be from here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice drafting and execution from both players, to be fair, on what civs they're picking for which maps.
If we're able to pick them, that means they have good ideas of what we have, of what works where. If we're all able to have similar ideas of what's good here. No, nothing that's too out of the ballpark except in game one. Game one was the burner civs for Cumans on Land Madness.
Yeah.
So are you ready to start? I'm at 4 seconds.
Yeah,
If that
count me
changes
down.
anything. 3, 2, 1, go. And we'll pray that this rec works. At least it's not a
Yeah,
re
we're
as far as I
only
can tell.
1 so far, which is irritating,
Yeah.
isn't it? So this is, match point for Border Dude, man. Exciting times.
Yeah.
Can they become the Group 4 winner of Superdraft? Exciting.
Trying to see if there's any bug deer, which is ever going to be. No, there are no deer that are too close. Not deer, sheep that are too close to the water. There's no deer, sheep that are too close to the wood piles. I think even if I don't think it's going to be reable. Even if it is, even if no one sees it in time, I think it'll be fine.
Yep, I agree. I think it's all good. Both players have learnt not to scout with their goats or their geese. Keep them under the TC, avoid the restarts, and yeah, play the game without goat scouting.
Because
so no APM needed in Dark Age.
Shallows fish can take herdables.
What can take herdables?
Fish in the shallows can
it's
block.
it's the shipwrecks. It's the shipwrecks.
Oh, the shipwrecks. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it would be because I've had on hyper random. I had a sheep stuck on a shorefish, not shorefish, a deep fish on shallows.
Oh right. Okay.
And there were no shipwrecks in sight, so I had to re a game on hyper random because there was a deep fish and the goat stuck on it. I'm like, no, I'm good Jaros, I need that goat.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean low tide is fairly sort of. It's difficult to have much variety in low tide. Just the wood piles spawn various locations. Both players have got 2 at least, which is always good to see.
I couldn't disagree more.
Elephants
I feel
also
like
starting to
low
learn.
tide, you get so much variety on low tide in terms of what people decide to do.
Oh, yeah, it's like, I mean the map gen.
Lost a bill to an elephant.
Oh no, I mean the map gen is fairly similar. Yeah, there isn't really much different in map. I was just talking about map gen. Like the wood piles are always gonna. Stones always stay in the same place. Gold's always staying in the same place.
Oh yeah, like
Elephants
fixed
always.
position.
Elephants always in the same place. It's fairly fixed what's going to be. So, but yeah, you're right. There's going to be so much surprise at what people do. Like, do Lithuanians dock? They're such a good dock civ. Do you think they'll go docking here?
So, at the start of this tournament, I saw a lot of people going dock in the games that I casted, and I think that some players still like to do it. I think that Lucas Dukas is still a fan of like docking on this map, for instance. But the more games that I've watched, the more I've seen that people tend to mill for a faster uptime and faster pressure because it's so important on this map.
Yeah, I only consider docking. Oh no, the wreck's broken. I only consider
No.
docking in 2 civs. Melee and Dravidians, the only 2 civs I could think about docking on this map. Melee for the fish traps and Dravidians for the pop space. But yeah, back to YouTube. What's that? 4. That's 4. That's so many.
I'm very sad.
I know. Even my semi-final were fine, pretty much. I think I lost one of them. I lost one of them in board dudes and lost 2 of them in blue players. I think. Blue players, I had the YouTube board dude. I just had to like wing it and hope and just sort of move on. I think.
The semi-final I played against Slimy Hippo, only one of the games managed to make it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it seems like this bug is pretty bad, which is a real shame.
I thought I was unlucky with my earlier things, but I feel like I was lucky with how much is happening.
Yeah.
Okay, board dude. Okay, blue player had a lot. Sort of half accidentally sort of. It's an annoying sort of half spoiling because of how long YouTube videos are, unfortunately.
Yes.
Maybe we'll see an Eve Media like 3 minute game GGs. in the end. But
Yeah.
okay, I'm at 5 minutes now.
Yeah, okay, me too. Right, three,
3,
two,
2,
one,
1,
go.
go. So we saw Boileau lose a veil to the elephant. We see Blue Play's perspective hasn't detailed about Doc yet. House themselves, got loom, standard stuff. When on low tide, how early do you think people should go to the north? What's your feelings on that?
Oh, I go without revealing my strategies to Baranthas. Hi, Baranthas. I go on the way to Feudalage.
Okay. I always think that's the safest play because there's not going to be any aggression. I just sometimes forget to do that. I haven't played many
Yeah,
low
it's
tide
sort of
in my
like
Superdraft history.
yeah, it's like as late as you can possibly go without the chance of your vills getting caught on the
Oh
way.
no, the elephant didn't
Um,
come back to him.
yeah, it's annoying when that happens, isn't it?
Micro's just too good.
Yeah, exactly. Just too much APM, man. So you need to let the villager take a few hits first. Otherwise, the elephant's just not bothered. Pro strats. Blue player not walling, which is interesting. Presumably thinks that he will be up faster, and I
Did you
think he
wall on
will.
this
Bloody
map?
hell.
I feel it's always so difficult to wall on this map because it's all that short
18 pop up. 18 pop up.
Lithuanians. You don't have to go any hybrids, so you don't all that extra food just goes into going up. 150
Guess
food.
it's
That's
scout.
three vills worth of food going up.
But he's just isn't blue player just doing exactly the same thing as he's done all set, which is not have any wood and have way
Yeah,
too much food.
you need to take rid of vills. You need to take vills of elephant stat. Stop eating the elephant. Send some to wood. Don't wait for it to finish. You're not going to build a
Yeah.
stable if you're not careful. I don't like doing that to sending vills to wood while they're still eating food, but you sometimes just have to do it.
Got to, yeah, yeah.
Can't even afford a house, let alone trying to
Decay
afford a.
is overrated
Okay,
or underrated,
it's man
depending
at
on how you look
arms
at
or
it.
militia. There's none on gold, so I don't know how. Okay, it's one on gold. It's too many things.
I
Like,
think
do you go fast up to stance? You want to go fast up for militia? Why are you making so much on wood if you aren't making a building when you go up?
it's the build of a player that doesn't know what their build is, trying to
Yeah,
do lots of different things at once.
it's probably not a map that Blue Player picked. He likes because it's their fourth one they've had to pick.
Yeah, fair, fair. But anyway, he's up and he's got a couple of militia, and yeah, they're going to come forward, I guess, probably, unless he's going to hang around and wait for men at arms with long distance gold collection. Oh, he's building a mining camp.
He's
Oh
going
lord.
double distance, double down distance. One for one guy, one for the other guy, pal.
No.
Never mind. The Haunts isn't
He's
scouting
got,
any military. I think you can just scout. You might want to scout for a barracks first, rather than scouting for where the fish
yeah.
are. You know where the fish fields are in the middle. They're in the fish on the left. I don't think you have to worry too much about. Yeah, I think if there's going to be a counter man at arm play, I think it's more important to scout.
Yeah. This is the sort of walling, by the way, that I was meaning when I commented that blue player wasn't walling.
Big
And
walls.
this type of walling is fairly standard, like down to the shoreline.
Yeah, I mean we know that Bordeaux likes his big walls, so yeah, these are big walls.
Ooh, Vil goes down. That's nice.
Yeah, and that was the one that was building the walls as well. Nice pick off. We don't see any
I like the
man at
stable
arms
from
upgrade
blue.
for obvious reasons. We don't see any man at arms upgrade because there's no gold in queue.
I like the stable though. I really
Yeah.
like the stable. Just spend your food, right? Take the benefit of the shorefish.
Your Lithuanians as well. Your scout play is pretty good, but also pretty
He's going
standard.
around to TC, I think.
Blue plays doing the landman and the spear defense, but I don't think it works as well as low tide. Unfortunately, it is my strategy, and it just doesn't work as well in low tide. It's just a bit too many undefended resources. That scout's gonna have a nice fun death. Okay, I'm surprised that didn't die from all the TC fight. To be honest, that's a lot of brazen running in front of the TC there by that scout.
Yeah, well, the thing about this map is you don't tend to have that many
No.
vills near the TC, so you
Okay,
kind of get away with it a little bit.
so, I don't think Blue got a Vil there in the end. A lot of weak ones, but I don't think any died in that attack, and all the man at arms and scout have died. Not man at arms,
Mm.
militia.
He has now gone to the north for wood, which is good. I've seen so many games in like divisions 1, 2, 3, 4 where people forget to transition away from the bottom wood and just run out of wood completely. So it's good
Yeah,
that he sent a bill up
luckily I
north.
never done that, but I did lose my semi-final on low tide because I just didn't have enough wood control. I didn't have enough fills up there. I sent some, and quite a few died up there, and I didn't have enough left to do anything with it afterwards.
Were
I
you
went
group 3 or group 4?
group three. I went with Malay, so as a sort of like a weird sort of counter sort of low tide pick. It didn't work, unfortunately. I wanted to be a bit sort of wacky,
Yeah.
but I lost water with Malay, and I couldn't get it back, which is never a good sign.
So you docked, did you,
Yeah, I
on
docked,
this
but
map?
I got counter docked as well because I docked. They saw I docked, so they wanted to beat me on water, and they did.
Okay, interesting. Very interesting.
And then I think I went full karambit, or tried to go full karambit. Couldn't make enough karambit.
Or Blue's seen those orange
Yep, they
bills going
have.
to the wood
Yep.
line.
Blue
This could
has
be a
got really good
massacre.
like scouting. We'll see if the outposts come up later for Border Dude because he does
Oh,
love those outposts.
he's not. Oh, he's not continuing to follow them. Blue
No,
player,
stop
kill the
building houses and
bills.
actually do some villager scout. He kills some scouts though
Yeah,
at
he's got him. He's
least.
got him. Yeah, he's got him.
Oh, they haven't been walled themselves out either. Okay, that's nice. A lot of food, a lot of those mills in the south. That's gonna be that's really good food income for Blue player.
Oh no, but the
Kill the
same thing's
spears.
happening to Blue player in the
Oh
north.
no. Okay, that's worse. There's only like 3 vills up there. There's 7 vills on wood there, and they're all of Blue players' vills. That's why I sort of lost my low tie game pretty much because
Oh no.
I mean
Oh
mine
no.
was mostly walled in, but I just couldn't
He's
keep up
making
with
a
that.
prison.
He's
Oh
making it. No, he's not making it. He's
no.
making a cemetery.
Yeah. Call an ambulance. But not for me.
That's not quite built yet. That house isn't built. It's not going to be built. No, it's built.
Oh,
It's built.
blue
The hammer
flame,
went down.
no, no,
Even at
no.
the all of that, the Bill still killed the scouts at the end. You didn't really have to think about that prison. You just could just sort of
Oh, there's
fought it
more
off in the
scouts coming.
end.
Oh, there's more
Oh
scouts.
yeah,
This
now
is
there's more
over.
scouts. I
This is
mean,
over.
it's fully walled. Those 3 villas are fully walled in to collect wood. Yeah, so that's how I lost my no-tie game. I just couldn't get enough up to wood. I kept having so much scout pressure, and I just didn't have any vills to make it. I just had like 3 vills to cut, well, like 4 vills, and I managed to get to 6, and 2 of them died again. It just wasn't a good game for me.
You know what I'm confused about? Blue player's got score lead.
I think that's the
Wow.
horse. I think that's the horse getting the exploration. I think that's pretty
I
much.
think
It's
so.
either going to be
Yeah, I
that or
think
all the
so.
floating rares. I think it's going to be a combination of the floating
The
rares and the
power of scouting.
exploration.
This gate's going down. Oh, maybe not. Oh, Jesus.
Blue player can't work out how the repair hotkey either. He's like, why isn't it? I think he kept misclicking the repair, and he kept and not repairing it, and accidentally just sort of like
This
repairing the
map just
grass.
snowballs so hard, doesn't it?
Yeah,
As
and then
soon as you get an advantage and you get control, you can just
Border's
take all
going to
the
get. I was
fish.
going to Border's going to get Castle Age, but he can't make Knight, so it's going to go Castle Age into Camels or Light Cav. I don't know. Light Cav probably seems like the better job, but Border's not. Blue play's not on gold at all. It's going to be impossible to get Castle Age. Look at how much scouts there from Border Dude. That wood pile's
I think
dried
if
up.
you think if you're border dude man in this situation, you are so far ahead. You go up and castle drop their TC. Because you'll have the army control to get it
That's
down.
there. That could be the. Oh, they didn't even see the vills. I was so lucky by Blue Play. I didn't see them building them at the mining camp. Oh, at least we got a counter raid in. Some of the wood vills for Border Dude are also gone.
Yeah, bit of damage there, much needed.
Oh no, that scout's got to be let in, let into the prison.
Yeah, but the villas can take out just one, I
Yeah.
think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
just
think
the
I
idle
don't I don't think he
time
lost a bill
for.
there
Oh god, the
either.
shorefish. That's this. That's it. That's
Oh
GG.
yes.
Surely, surely you call it there.
Well, it's the last game of the set. I don't know if Blue Pay wants to call it that early because it is the last game. There's no more chances after.
He's got 26 vills in game times at 21 minutes.
Yeah, it's not looking
Like, at the
good. I
point
don't
where
know how
game time
he can get
exceeds
out.
vill count.
You just go full light cap. House agent to full light cap. Border's got the score now. So it's not definitely not looking good.
It's over. It's
Also,
over.
Stonewall themselves in probably quite a decent number of wood as well. That's not enough
Yeah,
palisade. That
Jewel,
palisade
I
broke.
agree. The build and the macro leaves a lot to be desired. Oh dear, poor Blue.
Blue's doing really well in their semi-final though. Like really good. Like
Yeah, some
beat
really good
Finvalve,
players in Group
who
Four.
were like one or as the lower seed.
Yeah, some really good players in Group Four, isn't there? There's like
Yeah.
Finn and Jewel and Eleanor's all in Group Four,
It's
right?
Lever as well, and also in Group 4, I think.
Yeah,
I didn't cast any Lever's games, so he didn't even make qualify. It's just such a highly contested group, I think.
yeah, really nice group.
But only five farmers, 12 lumberjacks. Half of them are walking to the trees. That poor horse is dying. If the horse dies, is it GG? I'm probably going to resign if the horse died. Might as well.
Sudden death with the horse, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? If it was sudden death with the horse, would you scout? Or will
No,
you just keep
you
it
just
by your TC and cry?
you would wall it in somewhere. You just like put like so many walls in it. You just keep it walled in.
Take it to the back corner and
Take it
wall
to the
it in.
far corner and just wall it in with like 10 layers of stone, 10 layers of palisade or something, or like stone
That'd be
walls when you get
hilarious.
there. Castles and towers, it'd be like Regicide, but it's basically just like a Regicide game at that point. But you can't garrison, so it'd be like when garrisons broke that 1 week or month or 2 weeks, and TNT did like
You know,
Regicide games, but you couldn't garrison the king.
you know what would be a really good game mode in Age of Empires, right? Secret King. So what happens is, it's like a normal Age of Empires game, but on say like the 20-minute mark, a randomly selected unit of yours
Oh,
becomes your king, and if it dies, you lose the game.
and that's gonna have a werewolves theme somewhere. I was wondering where it would pop up. Oh my god, holy shorefish there for Border Dude. That's Border Dude's food eco right there. 20 on that one shorefish. I think that's a bit too much overkill. I mean, Blue's getting back. Like, Border scouts aren't finding any damage, and Blue's been able to find a lot of rare potential things to hit, and neither players are at the Castle Age yet. Like, you would think that at this point in time, Border would be really up to Castle Age.
Jill, why did you only play one set the whole tourney? Did like loads of people in your group like go like just stop playing?
Oh no, it was Jewel who Jewel admin lost quite a few.
Oh really? Oh that's shit.
Busy.
Why?
Busy at the wrong time with too many commitments, I think, which is a general consensus.
Shame. It's been a good tournament.
I think all the games happened. I think Jewel, because obviously a lot of the games were started for the weekend, and then Jewel had like emergency things happen on the weekend. I think it's just very unfortunate.
Yeah.
A forward market is an interesting idea. It's a get out my game market now.
I love forward market. It's a flex for sure. I'm really
Quick Ward
surprised
is
that Border's
successfully.
not up. By the way,
Yeah, that's what I was
I just
saying.
don't
Like
understand
how is he not
Border isn't
up yet? Like Blue's clicked up with really not great vil idea. Like 33 vil up. You do that just a standard fast, almost like a standard like fast feudal into Castle Age. That's 33 pop, and this is very extended feudal age. Towering the shorefish. I feel like maybe going to farms at this point. I think when you're taking your enemy's shorefish, I think it's a bit overkill.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean when I said that the map snowballs. Like as soon as you take some control, get such fast food income. You get Castle Age faster, more units on the field,
Yeah, but he
and
hasn't gone to Castle Age faster. Well, we might do. It's like a minute left.
I am genuinely shocked that Bud Doom is not in Castle yet.
Yeah, I don't know what he's been doing. Like, and Hindustani villages are so cheap. Maybe just be. They're so much cheaper Hindustani villages. So how have you not have like millions of food left? Taking that
You imagine that he'll
much at
arrive at Castle
Shorefish.
Age with Impress.
Yeah, I'd love this if we see in Capture see all of Waterloo Dress at this point because it must be insane. We're like, oh god, maybe he's like, oh god, I forgot to click up. What do I do?
Mm.
We see some
TC on
night
the
bag.
gold, maybe? No.
A few 30 wood off of TC. We'll see where he puts it. He puts it on the wood in the north, which is a bit dangerous at the moment. That's being attacked by things. Or do we see it at home? Well, home-ish. Look how much. I feel like Bordeaux's put too much on Shorefish. You say it's like such a good feeling, but it's so inefficient now. Like, I wonder if that's why he hasn't been able to get, because none of us have been able to get fish.
I think, and I hate to say it because I love full feudal plays, I think he overproduced scouts. I think there was a point where like the marginal return on the 80 food cost would just stop being worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you just keep your scout mass, go up to light cap, but stop making any more because I think Bordeaux's very much aware. Like I don't get knights. How do I win after that? I know I'm just gonna keep making scouts and win feud them, and then just go into light cap. But at this point, I feel like Castle Age of the Camels is so much easier to do. Camels destroy buildings as well, just the same as scouts do for Hindustanis. And you also kill the knight, some of the scouts do not, or light cap does not either. It might just be a raid to death at this point. I think you're just thinking about raiding to death. I think it might be a valiant strategy that would actually work.
Yeah, I mean, might be a full feudal flex. I think it might be a bit of a dick move, but could easily be a full feudal flex.
I've seen so much over feudal by Hindustan. I think Bordeaux's done that before. I think he did that in his semi-final or his playoff match. He picked Hindustanis and overmade scouts and just sort of suffered against. I think he was playing Britons and sort of suffered in early Castle Age from a Briton crossbow play. So like overproduced scouts. I think it's just something that Bordeaux does. If I'm remembering my games I've casted correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll definitely see light cap. There's never. I mean, I don't mind. I don't think blue mind light cap because they're not going to hurt. Okay, now we see. Okay, just camels. So it's scout camels. Yeah, that's gonna be GG soon. I feel like blue may be waiting for Castle Age to come in. We see like what was that? 3 stable camels at that point.
Here we go. Castle drop.
Yeah, there's stone's so plentiful on this map. Castle drops are so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG called.
Well played, Bordeaux, man.
Yeah, well played. Yep. Such a good
I was
set.
aware that Bordeaux man won because I'm in the admin channel where they organise the sending of the pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I mean, I was sort of had a good idea based on the length of the YouTube video after about game 2.
Oh yeah, of course.
When I saw it was only 2, I mean, because I'm subscribed to it, when I saw it was 2 hours 30, like that's not going to be a massively long set.
Yeah.
When I see that long, that short.
Yeah, I think the Border Doomman played really well. I was particularly impressed in the Nomad game. I thought that everything that Border Doomman did in the Nomad game made sense, was really sensible. And then it also just seemed like the macro was more effective than blue player in most of the games. Comprehensive victory, deserve a champion.
Yep, indeed. Champion of Group 4 is Border Dude Man. Well played, and yeah. I feel like, I think like the Cumin sack, I think it's going to be a legendary strat now. Using your worst civ on the game 1 and just steamrolling all the other games.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, usually you can find a way to do something like wacky with humans, can't you? Like, I played a practice game in Zemu Warrior, and he played humans on this map, just gone low tide.
Hmm.
And that was really useful because he was able to get his second TC up on the wood in the north,
Oh yeah,
which
indeed.
can be like a prime point for raiding. So that meant he could focus all his army control in the south, and yeah, just well, Emu's a good player. He obviously stumped me.
Hmm.
But humans can kind of make something happen, and obviously it didn't happen for Border Dudeman in this set, but every other set he played really well. Got matchups he wanted and executed brilliantly.
Yeah, and also Jules, right? Like Frank's a very good civ, and sort of forcing Franks versus Cumans is probably very worked well out for Border Dude. Not that Franks really do well in much other maps either, because they do like that Land Madness berries.
Yeah, it's interesting though because in this in Border Dudeman's draft he actually drafted Cumans ahead of Mayans. So very interesting, like the Civ prioritization in that group, and Franks were actually Blue's sixth pick. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
very interesting.
the
Like Gajara's
picks
not
in
that
this group
good.
completely all over the place.
Yeah, I think that's Jordan Elliott's fault, to be honest. I think there were a lot of like hating Franks. I'm sorry, I can't
Yeah,
cast. I'm not casting your final MT. That's Lucas's job, I believe.
he already casted it. To be fair, I think
Okay. Oh yeah, he
MT just
already
wants to
did.
watch
Yes.
himself
I don't.
win with different people casting.
I don't. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's already happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be done for me. Done for the stream. Thanks for coming along and co-casting, Hopsy. Great to have you here.
No worries, man. It was a pleasure. Really
That's
good
it for
way
my
to
super
spend my
draft
evening.
casting. Good luck for your final. When will that be? For anyone who's interested in watching that
Next
live.
Monday, 6 p.m. is when me and Barrett are gonna get it on
I
till the
might be
break
able to
of
watch
dawn.
that live for once. It's very difficult because this was an Australian versus an American. It's very difficult to watch that live for us. And same with Zark and
Yeah.
MT was the American, Canadian American sort of face off. It's very difficult to watch a lot of them
Yeah,
live.
no, but yeah, it'll be UK evening. So
Hmm.
if anyone wants to watch them live, then they obviously can feel free.
Yeah, but I'm also glad I sort of got this. I wanted to get this done early and done in case they repatched. Then none of the Recs would work. But it's a shame that none of the Recs worked anyway. It's like I want to get it done sooner rather than later. But yeah, only one of them worked. What was that? Was Nomad, wasn't it? Was the only one that worked, I think, in the end. No, only one of the maps worked. Hyper Random, that was the one that worked fully. That's not a good rating at all. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for coming and watching, everyone, and I will stop streaming. Bye.
No worries. Good night. Sleep well.